And we're back for another episode of the Be Advised podcast. I'm Robbie, this is Ron, and today we are joined for round 2 of Sir Collin Williams. Collin, welcome back.
Hey, everybody.
You jacked to be here.
I'm stoked, man. I did like 90 on the freeway to get here, so.
We make it happen for you guys. all 100 of you.
72.
72. Half of them were for Ron. So.
I've only watched that one like 10 times. Okay.
Anyways, so we're back again, and we're here to just have a little fun tonight, I guess, right? Dive in a little into some things, maybe get some secret stories. Ron, I know you wanted to...
Blackout stories?
Blackout stories, which I always thought was weird having a blackout story, because isn't it the whole point of blacking out is you don't remember?
But the best part is like the interpretation of the story later on.
People telling you.
People telling you.
Can you believe what you did last night? No, man.
No.
Enlighten me.
That wasn't me. Anyways, so I know...
Give the date.
No, that's your job.
You do the
date
Today is
thing.
March 26, 2019. Collin's here.
That's the date.
Is it?
You probably don't even know. The date's right there in the bottom corner.
Is that? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Tuesday.
I just don't think people
Tuesday,
watch this for the
March-
date, though.
But it's important to have a
Timestamp
record.
it.
Have a record, yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
it timestamps it when you record this thing. You can do that.
No,
Anyways.
for the people on YouTube,
On the YouTuberins.
they can
Utarians?
they can watch this later. They can watch it 10 years down the road, and they can go, wait, Tuesday, March 26, 2019? That's the date that my girlfriend broke up with me.
Whoa. Depressing.
Do you have
a story you want to tell us?
Dark.
No, I'm saying somebody in the future will identify with that date. Oh, my
Future.
car got broken into that night. Fucking assholes.
Dang.
Anyway,
That's cool.
so we're having a Collin on, and it's like a free flow thing. We're going to do all kinds of discussions.
Right.
And
I had to start off
it'll be
because
fun.
it drives me crazy, and I can't get specific on it, but I could not watch the immigration podcast all the way through because I couldn't interrupt you, intervene with my opinion.
Okay.
It was driving me bonkers.
Hold up.
So
Disagreement alert.
no. So, but that's my main thing with the podcast is we don't have anybody to we just sit here and talk for an hour, and if we don't have anybody on to challenge us, then yeah, I've watched that one and gone, I didn't really mean it to sound like that. I mean something else.
Sounded crazy.
Nobody, don't play the thing yet.
Let's
I'm gonna
say-
say something crazy.
I almost played it.
So it's good to have somebody on, especially
Understood.
a friend.
Eat
Right,
the,
We
right.
can have a discussion.
Eat the
and
mic.
I don't want to blow on it with my nose. There we go.
Don't breathe so loud.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, one of the topics was first off, for me, I have zero issue with immigration, whether it be any form. Now, I get it, there's bad people, but there's bad people in every realm. And this being the United States, I made sure my hands were in the quotation of the camera. United States of America, we're all immigrants except for Native Americans, and we're all immigrants essentially. And my whole thing with it, there was just certain things that you were saying of factual how people get here, you know what I mean, 40 some odd percent, and I don't know the exact number, is actual people just overextending their visas. You know what I mean? It's not even people hopping a wall or any of that bullshit. It's
Yeah, we didn't
literally
go over
Well,
that necessarily.
a point on
We didn't
overstaying the
necessarily go over that.
visas. That could just be because me and my wife watched that 90 Day Fiance show,
Mhm.
and so, that could just be someone that was brought over here because they wanted money and to be in America, and then they left that whoever loved them, and that's overstaying their visa as well. So you think those people are allowed to come because they played
All
someone
I'm
here?
saying is statistically, like, you can't blame all immigration off of one actual wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Like, if you ask my opinion, fuck the wall up south. These guys brought tacos and everything that I love in this world. And then you go up north. I mean, I've never been up there, but poutine, is that the best we get from Canada? Poutine?
Poutine?
Poutine.
What's poutine?
It's like
It's
fries covered in gravy.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it have cheese curds on it too?
Yeah, it's delicious.
I haven't had it, but yeah.
The first time I had it was in Austin. I didn't know what it was. I go to Canada in like a couple
You
months.
just looked on the menu, you're like, poutine? That sounds great.
Yeah, but he said, "I'll take some of that poutine."
No, the funny part it was a taco stop, which was like blew me away. But it was in Austin. It was in the Hilton, and there's a really nice taco place downstairs, and they have bomb poutine. Try it out, but it's tater tot poutine. Anyways, I had to ask the guys I was with what the fuck poutine was, and they enlightened me.
Okay.
It's from Canada. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. I grew up in a town called Sahuarita, Arizona. It's literally 40 to 50 miles away from the physical border. And growing up on I-19, which was at one point the biggest drug trafficking highway in all of the nation, and all these pictures of like immigrants and all this bad stuff. I feel like they truly get a bad rap, and we focus on the negative. And yes, I get it. There's a ton of negative that goes with it. However, there's a shit ton of good that comes with it. You know what I mean? The people that have different perspectives that can contribute. Are you going to go out and fucking pick goddamn strawberries and oranges and all that shit?
Okay, that's when we started getting there. That's
That's what it was, because you were like, our kids should be doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
And that's where I do it too, because I told them about the Alabama. went and kicked out all of their immigrants, and now the farmers, like, no one would do the work, and if they would, they were lazy as fuck at it and wanted like $9 an hour.
Can you see yourself hung over fucking working the orange fields at fucking
in a
16?
generation, people will figure that out and go, fuck, I haven't had strawberries in 8 years.
No, that shit will be automated and fucking.
Okay, well, hold on, we're getting too far. So some of the things, and I'm not trying to criticize you this way, but some of the things that you're saying about this issue is stuff that is a talking point that was dreamed up by a think tank and spouted over the news and stuff like that. We're all immigrants. We're not all immigrants. I was born here. My parents were born here. My grandparents were born here, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
So then you're okay with DACA then?
They can't. I am.
Okay.
Okay.
That's valid. Okay.
So
we're getting somewhere.
But so the thing with DACA is, if you're like, there's people who have been trying to get into the Marine Corps, and they're like 30 years old, and they go, yeah, you're an illegal immigrant, and they didn't know. You grew up here, but
what if you were brought here unknowingly?
To rush the border and go DACA, throw your kids over a fence, not literally, but.
Yeah.
Well, here, explain to him the guy handing out the money thing, because I was trying to tell him about it.
Don't you have the fucking video?
I got it somewhere.
Oh, God.
What is it
Can you
called?
find it?
What is it called?
They erased it from the fucking internet, and I had to send it to them.
I'm sure I got it somewhere. But
What is it called? Well, just explain it to me.
guy hands out money.
No.
And how factual is
What
this?
comes
Like,
up?
What?
We should
Okay,
look at
just-
what comes up when you just put hand.
Hold on,
put
guy.
I
hands
don't.
up.
Guy hands out money to illegal immigrant caravan.
Let me see if I can find it.
Or immigrant caravan. They're not illegal till they, cross the border illegally. And I understand people trying to come here because they're in danger, or they're starving, or they can't get a job.
Man, I would come here for in and out. Are you kidding me? Like, fuck everything else.
Exactly. So most of the people that are coming here are either, or a lot, are trying to flee some kind of.
Whoa, Ron. This one says man hands out money and / food vouchers.
But you don't have the link I sent you?
Well, I'm sure it shows the dude handing out money and.
Click on it.
All right, that's it. We'll keep going.
So,
Sorry.
so I am for the Dreamers.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
If people, yeah, but
It won't
they
let me
usually
play
just
it?
show you. Yeah, they're not gonna let you fucking play it. You gotta do.
Oh, here, let me.
You gotta go to the link that I.
So this is. Let's see if it plays here. No, that's not it.
Regardless,
It was playing. It was playing.
That is not it. That's like some. Come exercise with
I
us.
know it's advertising.
yeah, they're on an exercise bike trying to race towards the border. They're not gonna get there.
Shit, get the fuck out of here.
I'm making a joke.
Hey.
So, and listen. I grew up with a Mexican family
Okay.
in Texas. I grew up with a lot of different kind
Immigrants
of people.
are all different races, but go ahead.
Right?
I'm just clarifying that.
Absolutely. But you can't just go, okay, fuck it. America is great. Let's open the border. You're not for open borders, are you? Because that would be a disaster for everybody.
And open borders in the sense that we would take on anybody that wants to come into
Anybody.
America. Yeah, no. There has to be uniform to it. Do I believe in a wall? Absolutely not.
I don't
That's
believe
stupid.
in the wall either.
If you want to get here bad enough, you're going to get here.
Right?
You know what I mean? One of my favorite things that someone found this thing of Trump doing this speech at a college graduation. He was like, if you ever get to a wall, go under it, go over it, go around it, but do whatever you can to get past that wall. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, the irony behind that is fucking hilarious. But
he's saying it as a businessman. But
yeah. But in the reality of the situation, if you want it bad enough, you're going to get here, and there's no way around it. So why waste our money on something like that when we could easily be spending it in schools and infrastructure and so many other things that could use it other than some bullshit like that.
And that's my thing. Help the people that are here now before we just let anybody in.
100%.
My thing. Also, if you just if you're the type of person, no matter where your heart is, some people say, I'm a liberal and I love everybody and I think everybody should live together. That's a genuine thought. Or if you go, hey, I came here and so everybody else should be able to come here. That's a general, that's a genuine thought from your heart or whatever. But that is coming from a place where, I don't know, you can't just use that mentality to make law and just let anybody in. There has to be a process, as you said.
Right, and this is the part that I argue all the
It's
time.
being
And I'm
based
going to
on
bring up.
emotion.
I'm going to bring up something that the hot button for you, especially, is
Get the thing ready.
I consider myself
Oh
extremely.
wait, we had you said. You said.
Wait,
it.
what did I say something?
I said hot button. I said hot button with you. And it's funny that what the top button is, which happens to be the Second Amendment.
Okay.
Right? I find myself extremely left, except for when it comes to that. I love guns. Not for any sense. I don't believe in the whole to protect yourself from tyranny from our government. You're fucked if our government really wants you dead. They'll just fucking...
What about from an invading government and our government rolled over?
Yes.
That's my thing.
Okay. And that's a valid thought. And again, it's one of those things to where... And the only reason I bring up the Second
Which
Amendment...
may start with an invasion of women and
We're
children.
not getting in the depths of
Okay,
it.
go ahead. I'm sorry. It may start with an invasion of women and
Right.
children.
Listen,
and
go
then-
hang out with those preppers on the weekends.
I do.
Anyways.
No, I sit home. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm messing with you. But it's the same topic of immigration and all that stuff. Okay, listen, I do not agree with everything the far left says. And I fucking sure in hell doesn't believe in half the stuff the far right says. However, I'm neutral enough to be able to... The biggest problem is people like me and you, or me, or someone that else is to have open enough opinion, just not come out with these... What I've been hearing lately, libtards. It drives me absolutely crazy. I'm like, I don't say that about you. Even though I think the basic of everything that you believe in is fucking dumb. But let's have a real conversation. Where can we meet in the middle where you're happy and I'm happy? Because if you go too far that way,
That's my thing. And I think that parties should be abolished because all they do is divide people.
Okay, yeah.
All they do is... And they're the same... They're a different face of the same coin. The Democrat and Republican Party, they control the public back and forth, and they drive...
Separation.
they separate everybody, but drive
Keep 'em
everybody
separated.
to the same agenda, and that agenda is a corporate control over a government that exacts socialism or communism on the people. So you have a corporate or several corporate overlords, and
We do.
we do, and they fund us to just not care, and to not care about each other, and to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and go live in a tiny apartment the size of this room.
Yeah,
and
you
have
went
a
on.
robot car and a fucking
Which I want.
be on your phone all the time. I thought you like riding a motorcycle. Ain't no fucking.
Oh, I know.
robot
I just want a
motorcycle.
robot car too. I mean, I like all vehicles. So.
But the robot car leads to you not having the freedom to have a motorcycle or leave town, or you like to get on your motorcycle and go leave town, right?
Go rip ass.
20 years from now, if you live in a city, if you reside in a city, you won't be able to leave that city. You won't be able to own your own fucking
I disagree that that's
shit.
ever gonna get that
You
way.
sit in the same. You sit in some of the same meetings that I have at this.
Right.
place
Well, no, I know.
where these people talk about this shit, and everybody in the room is just nodding, going, "Yeah, nobody's gonna own a car in 20 years." Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with
Fucking
like a stick, right? I drive a manual transmission. Like they literally stopped making manual transmissions by like 30 some odd %. I can't, it's like a crazy
Right.
margin. Like it's hard to buy.
To cut down on your freedom.
Well, no, it's just
No, literally.
well, it's just because okay, you're
Thank
gonna
you,
get this
Robbie.
next generation of kids that come out that grew up with computers, and it's hard for me to trust. It's not that it's hard for me to get away from my natural habits. I was raised with a manual transmission. If I don't drive a car with a manual transmission, I'm fucking dumping for the clutch for no reason.
It's also a pain in the ass. It really
Yeah,
is.
I was the
It's
same
a pain in
way.
the ass,
That's
but
how I learned to drive was on manual, but fucking.
I love
Yeah,
the
maybe
feeling.
if you live in like the
That's-
country and you can like feel like the turns and the hills and stuff like that, but not when you're in a city.
That's-
manual transmission is not even close to an AI system that drives
I
everybody
think
around.
about that every time you're in traffic. If everyone just went
And-
at the same time, there'd be no traffic.
Right? But
No, I know, but like
these
that's
but the robot cars are not the answer because they're going to go the speed limit
yeah. You would
and
get
under.
Hold
Well,
on, but
that's-
you would get.
I think
less
people would.
fast
I think
speed
people
somewhere.
would do that. I think they would let them go the speed limit.
But
you
here's
didn't
the
have to do
thing:
anything.
the whole purpose behind it is you can get abolished streetlights, because what happens is coming into an intersection, these computers talk to these computers, and we will fucking miss each other by milliseconds, and you'll just fucking traffic will never stop.
I saw
it gets
that.
hacked
I
or
saw that
something.
Nova documentary.
Exactly.
And that's how they kill people now.
I
How
saw
often
that.
does your computer crash? I don't trust that fucking shit. That's why I'm saying
Actually,
it's not
my
gonna happen in
Mac,
20 years.
never has crashed ever.
You better knock on wood right fucking now, bro.
It's a 2012.
Wow.
We had an interruption on the podcast because I'm just kidding.
We're getting way off topic, by the way, because we started off.
I
with
like the
I'm
robot
sorry.
car talk though.
No, go
Yeah,
back.
I mean, I agree with the robot car talk because I'm telling you, it's not gonna. We're not gonna see it before we die. I guarantee it. We will not see it before we die. Will we have
Hold
cars
on.
that
Let's-
semi?
Let's ask Google. What? Keep going. I'm gonna.
But I mean,
No, whatever.
I know what you've heard, but are you gonna get in a fucking car and let it drive you?
No,
Ever?
but they're gonna.
Never in my
it takes
fucking-
one generation.
Hold
That's
on.
what I'm saying.
Hold
It's
on.
not gonna happen with
Do
us.
you think everyone was brave enough to be
Hold
on
on.
the first airplane?
Touche.
Oh
But,
my god, that's
They're gonna use.
look what cut. hold
They're
on.
going to use carbon taxes to force you out of your car. You won't be able to get insurance unless you pay a shitload of fucking money every year.
Yeah, but the funny part is you
They
think
will
I
tax you out of
shouldn't
your
say that
fucking.
online.
If you bought. If they plan to make this plan live in 2050, if you bought a 2049 fucking car, they would force you out of it. You had a car for 6 months, and they're like, "We're gonna make it so expensive for you to drive this Ford F-150."
Well,
You-
don't they do that in some Asian countries? The car tax is like $25,000
Exactly.
just to drive.
which would force people to go to motorcycles.
no,
which
no,
I'm okay with.
it's driving. Period.
Oh.
Yeah, because most of them do. Actually, no, I think you're in that country. Yeah, if you get a motorcycle, it bypasses that law.
Or they give you
but
a social media credit score, and you can't fucking apply for. Here we go. Yeah.
That China credit score.
Robot car. It's fucking.
Well, dude,
lost.
Hey, and I'll give it this. All right, there's been. Oh shit.
There you go. You can use it as a handheld if you want.
Yeah, this is a lot easier for me.
It actually sounds better too.
Actually, it looks really weird if I am. Anyways,
Sorry.
I live in Tempe, man. You know how many fucking of those robot cars we got in our area?
What is it? Wow or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
I'll turn them over and fucking catch.
But that was also the first incident of one running someone over was here with one of those.
Yeah, but that was an Uber. That was not this car. And the reason the Uber did it is because they were having a glitch with a certain thing, and they let it out on the road. Now, that lady was supposed to be paying attention, and she was supposed to take over the vehicle. She was not, and they should not have disabled what they disabled. The second they disabled what they disabled, they should have grounded or stopped their fleet, figured out the problem, and then went from there. But they are so fast-paced.
That's going to be a good thing during
have you watched
fucking Thanksgiving.
However,
everybody's car shuts off.
You heard about like
in the middle of the
Volkswagen
road.
doctoring?
We had a
their
glitch.
tech, you know?
Well, yeah.
So how do we know these AI companies don't do that?
We don't.
Obviously, they want to be the first
problem.
one.
The real problem is money controls everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we all know this. We can see.
But money funds everything. How are you going to get around that?
No, I'm not. Again, let's go back to the fucking conversation we have about surveillance. Okay. It's already done. There's nothing at this point in time, unless we try to do a major revolution. There's nothing and anybody on this fucking planet can do or correct the trajectory of where we are. Money runs everything. You know what I mean? If someone truly wants to watch you, control you, you know what I mean? They will. It's over. It's over. It's done. Pack it in, Frank. We're all fucked. Hop on this rock and let's fucking ride it out. That's all you got to do. Have fun. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Dan, was that a movie line or did you
Truth of the week.
Because that was an awesome fucking quote, dude.
Truth of the week.
What was that? Yeah, that's the truth of the week right there.
Do that
what
quote
was
again.
quote?
What was it?
I don't even know, man.
You just made that up?
Yeah.
That was dope, bro.
Fuck.
Pack it in, Frank. Jump on the rock. We're fucking flying away.
Pack it in, Frank's from an actual movie. But yeah, it's fucking done, man. We're fucking all fucked at this point. Like,
okay.
But
hold on.
How do you count?
But what if I don't want to be under that system and I can just move out into the desert or the country or the wilderness and be self-sufficient? Am I allowed to live in your world where I have to be? Or are you talking about people that are in civilization in the fucking city and shit?
Everywhere.
Everywhere? Okay.
You're telling me that some big fucking money guy finds some precious fucking material, fluid, anything that's near your property, he can't figure out a way to fuck you off your land? You're insane.
But that's... So
you always have to pay property tax.
That's
always
the
have
thing
to
that
pay
I don't
property.
like.
No, I hate
about
it.
that.
Fuck, we don't. No one's ever gonna own anything.
Okay.
Our generation is fucked, man.
Okay.
We'll never own our houses.
see that.
We'll never own our apartments. We'll never own our cars. We'll never own anything. Period. We are getting, yeah.
Which pretty much all started with Nixon.
I mean, I can't pinpoint exactly. I don't go into history that much because it would just make me more pissed off than I already am.
I think it was...
Well, he's the one that took us off the gold backing.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And introduced income tax.
Yeah.
That wasn't Nixon.
No, not Nixon.
Well, the gold thing.
That was Roosevelt, right?
Yeah.
But Nixon did take us off the gold backing.
All I'm saying is
true.
A lot of these arguments that I feel people have on these podcasts and I hear and all this stuff, it's like, dude, I don't even know why.
You're inventoried.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm an asset. I don't even know why we even fucking go through it. Why it's a discussion. I like having the conversation because at the end of the conversation, it always ends up being the same thing. Well, but I'm going to look right in this camera. There is fucking nothing you can do about it and prove me wrong. Where's that little sign? Prove me wrong.
you can educate the people after you of how things used to be, and it may get back there someday. with truth.
I mean,
all right, here we go. All right,
Right?
it's never getting better.
Maybe-
What
maybe-
road are we heading to?
Okay.
Obviously, we know the surveillance. They
Agenda 21.
They pick us
well,
up
this goes back to
everywhere.
my topic about okay. So we were initially talking about immigration, and we went down this rabbit hole. And part of my whole thing is everyone's always like make America great again, or this is the greatest country on the planet, or this, that, and the other, which we all know all that shit's bullshit. There's better economies, there's better education, there's better. What makes it the best is that we feel it's the best because we live here and we believe that. Plus, we have cheeseburgers and football, and if you don't like that, you can go fuck yourself. Anyways.
So did you do a bracket?
No.
Anyways.
I was too busy with my new job. But anyways, what I'm getting at essentially is I feel that we as a whole, as a country, have so much that we need to catch up on, that we need to bring innovators and we need to bring people with different thinking. And you're not going to get that from some fucking hilljack that lives out in the middle of nowhere who thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't. I'm going to go back to something that's very statistical and very easy to see. If you look at populated areas in the United States, they are genuinely blue. And there is a reason for that. It's because we have empathy for other humans and who we are. And I get that's on both sides, but I think it comes down to when it comes to things like universal health care, when it comes down to immigration, when it comes down to all these hot topics that we are divided by, there's this huge demographic that live out in the middle of nowhere that don't see the good that comes from it. They think that I'm just paying for these motherfuckers. No, this guy had a hard fucking life, and it got dealt a real fucking shitty hand. I'll pay taxes any day of the week to help that person out. Why? Because I'm living in a house with a car, with a dog, with everything that I want in life. And yes, I had to work my fucking ass to get it, but part of me wants to make sure that everyone has that quality of life. There's no point in living this life if not everyone can have a piece of that.
Right, but the people handling that and dishing it out are the ones that are corrupt. So you're over here paying this amount of taxes, and it's going to the $4 trillion we lose every year.
Honestly, I would believe in
a Pentagon.
Yeah.
For secret.
Right.
Yeah.
I would totally
You know
believe in a. If you could get a fucking receipt where your tax money goes to, I'd fucking kill for that.
That's what everyone wants, but
it's never gonna happen because I would fucking literally get 60% of that and go education. There's more fucking what do they call it? Because I never was in it.
That would be awesome.
There was
if we
more.
could choose.
Right. There's more fucking gifted students in China. Gifted class, not special ed. More gifted students in China than we have fucking students in the United States. Period.
I would say all their students.
That's like a real fucking number.
Ours.
When I heard that,
but then again, you have to see what their childhoods are like and compare them to ours, and be like, is it worth it?
All I'm saying is
because right now you're basing your opinion off of financial gain.
I'll tell you guys about this. Okay, I would not be who I am if it wasn't for the government giving me a handout. And I know that sounds crazy, but I was in special ed all the way through high school. It's not because I needed to be in special ed. It was because I was a punk-ass kid that had, good parents and stuff like that, but I was just misdriven, going down a dark path. And this lady walked in. I was in special ed. I took special ed just because it was easier. I liked the people that were in the classes, and it was a lot easier for me. You know what I mean?
Well, they probably didn't have the right class. They had, the one class. They didn't have...
So, a lot of special ed is we would learn things, but instead of you writing it down and have to fill out some bullshit paperwork, we would sit down and we'd have a conversation with the teacher, and we'd talk about history, we'd talk about all these things. And when you got involved and you genuinely knew what the fuck you were talking about, it didn't matter what paperwork you filled out. I was the most involved in history. I loved that shit more than anything, but I wanted to go home and get high instead of fucking...
Or do you have a reading disorder?
I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, because a lot of times they'll just
too.
throw kids in there for that reason.
But anyways, where I was getting at is at the end of my 4-year, I had nowhere to go. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. I had no clue. And this lady walked into our class, and she's like, "Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm with the government vocational rehabilitation program." And I had never even heard of it. And I'm like, whatever, probably baked out in my mind. She's like, "Listen, we know that you have a hard time learning, but we want to make sure that you guys move on to better education, and the government is willing to step in and assist you with getting that higher education. Which instantly everyone, and including myself that was sitting in class, I'm like, wait, I'm stupid and I'm getting the money? Like, what the fuck? You're insane, lady. But it made sense because here she is. She's like, listen, I know you're on a path right now. You're going to go one or two ways. You're either going to go this way and just become a burden of the society, or I'm going to give you a little bit of money and you're going to help out society for the rest of your life. And I went this way. I'd never had this opportunity before. I didn't even know what I was going to do. I went to Conservatory of Recording Arts and Science. They paid for pretty much everything. Like, I had zero bills, and at the time it was only like a $13,000 school, which is a drop in a bucket to the government, but still I felt genuinely cool that I went, and it made my career. It's made my life. I'm 33. I feel like I'm not as successful as I wanted to be, but it gave me drive. It gave me purpose. It gave me that little extra, like, holy shit, I can be like everyone else. And then when I got in the real world, like, holy shit, like, I'm not the only one that has all these issues. You know what I mean? You know, that's why I don't believe in drugs and ADD. But again, it was the government stepping in and assisting with that makes me that very left and liberal. We'll go back into the immigration thing that we were talking about before.
So, thank you for sharing that. What do you think about, like, the government
Collin,
giving?
you speak your name. Thank you for sharing.
You've heard about the government, like, handout people are wanting? Like, the government gives you $1,000 for basic life.
Basic income?
Basic income? Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, how do you qualify?
No, everybody gets $1,000 a month.
Why? That's stupid. That's fuck.
Who else does that? What other country does it?
Ireland is advocating for it.
Doesn't
so
like
this
Are you talking about Denmark?
Well, you know, if you live in Alaska, you get money for living there, right?
Well, yeah, because it fucking sucks.
Yeah, but they need people to live
Universal
out there,
basic
like,
income is called.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But that's the doorway. That's the doorway.
You couldn't pay me $1,000 for me to live in Alaska. Sorry.
But what I'm saying
is $2,500.
That's
now you're talking about language.
Yeah, 3150.
Yeah, is this negotiating?
We're calling 87.
But the universal basic income is the doorway to a world government, world socialism.
Okay.
So
I'm okay with socialism, but so we can be clear here. There.
Oh man. Well,
I believe in a capital.
Do you have a phone?
Mm-hmm.
You rode here in a car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, everyone would have one.
Use gas. And
everyone would have an equal
all of those
stake.
Things came. This computer you have, all came from a capitalist society. Socialism.
I don't believe in
true. Societies
okay.
haven't come up with shit.
I get it. I mean, this would be a long conversation on how you would draw the boundaries, because I do believe in the part of capitalism. If you work harder, you deserve the things that you've earned. Okay. And I also believe that everyone should be on an even playing field. I also believe that. So how do we have
that? Can't happen.
It can? Well, it can't with that attitude, jackass. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, in your world.
Our world.
Okay.
Yeah.
In our world.
Friggin' God over here.
In
your presence world. You fuckers fight about
if you don't mind me asking,
cotton.
If you don't mind me asking, how much do you make an hour? Is it a salary or how much?
Salary. Well, it depends on what I'm doing.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm contract based.
Not supposed to talk about pay.
We should always talk about pay. Let's be very clear about that. In fact, it's one of the biggest pet peeves I have with the last company that I worked with you guys in is the fact that they would say, you can't talk about pay. No, fuck that. Talk about pay.
Okay.
Because you're getting fucked.
No,
Everyone's getting fucked.
So you work for your money.
Yeah.
And someone just comes along and decides.
Ron, your head. You just turn your head towards.
Sorry, man.
I know.
You sound so much better when your mouth is.
Well, I'm trying.
I know you're
talk
talking to Collin.
Okay.
Well, look at the screen. Look at the screen,
But,
and I'll look at you through the screen.
Yeah.
We're on CNN here. Where's the crawl? So,
Collin, what are you doing? How's the hurricane out there? Which you can see on one of our what episode was that?
I don't know. Don't fucking sidetrack me, dude.
Anyways,
Okay.
we gotta do the plug.
So let's say you make $60,000 a year.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you make $60,000 a year, and some.
Media manipulation. By the way, that was the one you were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about
The
it. Keep going.
podcast. Media.
It was episode 4.
Okay,
Episode
okay.
4. Be
So
advised.
so you make $60,000 a year, and you have a regular, nice,
Closer.
modest home.
Like you're
You have-
kissing it.
So
No, it sounds. You can hear it. It sounds so much better.
so you have a modest home,
Uh-huh.
and you have one car and one motorcycle, right? And
A little more, but go ahead.
okay, I'm just making a hypothetical.
Yeah.
And then somebody from the government comes to you and says, you know what? There's still poor people. Instead of taxing you at 30% or 30, you're a contractor. Is it 30?
Mhm.
Is it 35 or 30?
It
It's
depends
lower.
on the gig. No, it's actually really fucking
It's-
high. It's ridiculous.
Is it
actually.
really? Okay. Anyway. And then they go,
I'd go, fuck you, go get it from Amazon.
next year we got to charge you 45% to pay for the
But you-
homeless people.
But you say,
The people that continue to be homeless because of social.
but you're basing this off the economy that we're living in right now, correct? This is what you're basing this
So
argument.
how would you rework the economy?
Amazon made. Oh, I'm eating the mic because it pisses me the fuck off. You
Go
look
ahead.
at these giant companies that we talk about that run everything. Guess how much do they pay in taxes? Fucking less than me and you. And that's the bullshit.
It's a lesser
Google,
rate.
tax evades, all these fucking Silicon Valley fucking assholes that we're
Okay.
fucking with right now. They fucking evade taxes. Fucking
And
Amazon
I'm
evade
against,
taxes.
I'm against them evading tax laws. If they're supposed to pay it at a certain point or whatever, then they
Right.
should. Because we can't, right? We can't.
No,
just go-
fuck no, I can't. And every fucking country should sit there and strong arm each other and fucking and do the same thing to all these big companies. But the problem is
So you're
there's-
talking about a global trade agreement?
no, because the reason
Of every
most companies do
country?
it is to be like, oh, I want you to come here and make your business here, so you have
Right.
you create jobs, you do this and do, which is great and grand and awesome. But the only person that's getting fucked in this whole situation is us. Not the guy that's at the top of the corporation. Not the fucking 30 guys that are got their head shoved up the next guy's ass. Fucking 40 people down. And we saw that firsthand in the last company I worked in. Not those motherfuckers. It's us at the bottom that appreciate working, appreciate taking people for face value, appreciate that kind of shit and not be this fucking overlord piece of shit that doesn't want to pay taxes.
Okay.
They still made millions of dollars. They still made millions. Their salaries made millions of dollars. Why did their corporation not spend that much money? Why?
So okay, so I can understand. So what you would have to do is you would have to encourage companies to stay in America, so that this might work, it might not,
Uh-huh.
so that they make as many jobs as possible. It's trickle down economics. I don't like that term.
No, it's fucking dumb.
When you study all of that, I don't like it as well. But if you just Alexandria Cortez, you know her, right?
No.
The New York senator. So
Oh,
she
yeah,
is-
yes.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
You're a fan, okay. So, would you advocate for all corporations that operate within the United States to be taxed at 70%?
No.
Okay.
That sounds so much.
If they were taxed 5%, I'd feel better about it. But the fact that they're taxed 0, I mean, don't fucking tax them so much they run out of here. And the reality of the situation, if you want to win this, fuck big business, go small business. I support it. Buy all my clothes through small businesses.
And that's
if I can buy fucking soap, I wish. Hey, can someone make gel?
But they
Please,
make it
for the love of
harder.
God.
They make it harder for people to start their own business.
Yeah.
And then they have these giant
I'm
corporations.
gonna start a business right now. It's a motherfucker. Let me tell you.
But what I'm saying is they create these giant corporations that run everything.
Mm-hmm. You have to go to the
And
big
then- and then they
corporations
have
to
us by
run
the
your small.
balls.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You have to go to the big corporation to run your small corporation.
So we-
How are you going to get how are you going to get out there? How are you going to make money? Well, you got to go to places like Amazon and sell your products, or eBay, or what the fuck is that one that you can sell? Etsy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rakuten. It's like anyways, Asian.
I'm not up
Amazon.
on all the.
Anyways.
But anyways,
Yeah,
you had
Etsy.
to run like right now with the company
Etsy's
that I'm
great,
starting
though,
up with.
honestly.
It drove it. He was. We were talking about he has 2 employees, me being one of them, and he comes up to me. He's like, "You want to be 2 times a month, or do you want to be biweekly?" And I'm like, "I don't know, biweekly." And he was like, "Well, shit, that's going to cost me $140 more a year." And I'm like, what do you-
140. All right, fuck you, man.
Well, no, he was saying
I
it joking.
My wife gets paid bi-monthly, and I fucking hate it.
Well, and that's why I told him, and he agreed with me. He's the guys I'm in business with are awesome, amazing people.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I'm getting at is he himself could not run the books, pay taxes, and do everything that is required of a small business on himself. He had to go out there and hire a payroll company that cost him. Very minute. We're talking $140. So I don't know what it actually cost him per paychecks and all the bullshit, but it cost him money. Add that by a couple thousand small businesses. That's how they fucking say it. Now they're this giant company.
Well,
Well,
there's
the-
big tax breaks for owning your own company, though.
Not like you would. Not like you would.
Not
think
a small
there's-
business.
No, I mean,
Well,
And if you-
grow.
It depends
if you
how
throw
many
in-
employees you
If-
have.
If
That's
you
what
throw
it is.
in the what do you call it? The CO2 tax, the carbon tax. What they do is they make it to where a smaller business, it's harder for them to so larger corporations can trade those. But I'm trying to get them up on
with you. I just love how you track on shit.
God damn it.
What did Ron say?
Can you get a better
Crazy.
picture of me? I look so
What
stoned.
did Ron
I love
say?
that picture. Sorry.
Oh God, that's so good.
The
God,
larger
that makes me
corporations can trade off these these carbon tax credits with each other and whatnot,
Mhm.
and then that's how they get around what you were saying. That's how they get around not paying it, and then fucking Joe Blow's plumbing or Juan's fucking landscaping business
See,
has to pay all this money. And well, okay, Joe's landscaping business.
See,
yeah.
Oh, is Juan works on pipes? Is that what he does?
he's the one and only.
Don't tell me you're.
Hey, I didn't argue with it.
Don't tell me
Finish
you're a
what saying.
social justice warrior.
It's a
'cause
one
you'll
in a business
get
opportunity,
kicked the
man.
fuck out of here. But seriously, I'm for the small man.
Yeah.
I'm for the small business. I'm for the American citizen, the people who are here to join society, not some corporation that flies in from above.
Yeah.
and
Controls every asset of your.
Suck
asset of your life.
rapes all of the money out of the
Suck
fucking
rapes?
suck. That's you can.
Let me see what suck rate.
You can.
Let me ask you this:
That's a quote. That's a Ron word.
when was the
quote.
last time you used Amazon?
I had some delivered Sunday.
I did buy.
Ew.
I did buy some Gardeniera. You know what Gardeniera is?
Sorry.
Oh my God! Is there just like
Look
a
at that's
blowjob
That's
gift?
Ron's
God damn.
quote
dude,
right
what are you
here.
Fucking,
no? But what's this chick sucking
Did you
dick
say
in the middle of the
suck
screen? You see
rape?
that?
That's what suck rape is. Sir, put your hands behind your. I don't know if we could actually show that. Actually, let's,
You're gonna
let's
find
get
out.
out of here.
damn.
Yeah.
No, suck raping.
Fucking love the internet.
Suck raping means you fly over from above in some big corporate jet
Like a dragon.
and you suck all of the wealth out of a certain area and you fly away. I want for small businesses to
So
be in a community and then put the money back in the community and jobs and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but who's gonna start like an oil drilling company by themselves?
well, so this is what it comes down to. Like
We should
I
have
have a
oil
great
drilling.
idea. I would love to build
Produce
a
our
car.
own.
I mean, I'm sure there are. That's how it started, obviously.
Right. Well, and that's the whole thing. Like, I would love to have the money to engineer a car to where it's free of like major computers.
Runs
it's
off
free.
water.
No.
Let's start small.
Hold on. Let me go back up here. Non-computer, motherfucking, naturally aspirated motor.
They won't let you do that.
Flintstone cars.
They won't let you do that because all the
Even if
fucking
it was-
federal laws, all
Okay.
the federal laws
Okay.
say you have to have analog brakes, and you have to have this, and
Okay.
you have to have that, and you have to have
Again,
fucking-
but we can engineer it to simplify it to where me or you, mainly someone that's fucking uneducated in mechanics, work on their own vehicle. And that's what I'm getting at. Is like, okay, I'm not saying take these jobs away from certain people. What I'm saying is if you are at that point and you're a kid, right? Or if you're hard up and you just want an A to B car, you could have a car that when this goes out in it, you can just fix it yourself.
That goes against everything that the plan.
Where do you
The
make
plan.
money?
The plan is agenda. You never looked at Agenda 21? Agenda 21 is a. And everybody goes, it's not called Agenda 21. There's no such thing. There is. Agenda 21 was a paper that was written at one of these eco conferences in 1992, and it talks about all of this stuff. You can't let the people have their own car. You can't let the people own property. You can't let the people have their own home. They have to be living in a giant city, and
I like the city.
And food production is based around the city and nothing else. And they'll starve you out if they want. If you fuck with them. But all of this leads to the same place, though. It all leads to the same place. Every one of these programs.
Okay, but I see.
So I like your plan of making a car company of old school cars, like a fucking 1976.
No, it would be the ugliest piece of shit you ever seen riding down the road.
No, that's fine. And they won't allow that.
Yeah.
Because that's freedom. You can't have freedom. They won't let you.
Well, no, it's just there's not what I'm getting at, and the whole point.
It's a global thing.
Well, no, it comes down to that's literally impossible. I can never have the investment to spend the time getting it engineered and then building building one of one and then crash testing that motherfucker so it can get approved to drive on the roads and so on and so forth. And you go down this line to make a vehicle. There's a reason we bailed out the motor companies, is because guess what? There's no way to fucking create another one. Tesla is a fucking anomaly, man. How the fuck? I still don't know how
they almost bankrupt.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
But see, I don't think it's going to go in that direction. It's not going to go, especially the car industry. That's.
Well, I'm using that as an example. Like, and I'm going back to like, so when I say shit like, when's the last time you used fucking Amazon? I use it today, man. It's convenient as fuck. Holy shit. I wanted some shit for my beard. Growing my beard out. It's scraggly right now. But I'm working on it. So I got a little beard kit. Got a beard comb. Got all the little things that I need to upkeep it and whatnot. And I'm going through that. What else did I get online? I can't even fucking remember. Oh, gel. Because I knew I was coming over here. I'm out of gel. I need it by fucking the end of the week. So it was convenient for me.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
What I'm getting at is, I don't know where I'm getting at.
Well, hold on.
I lost my train of thought.
Let me share my Amazon story.
Well, I bought something off Amazon too.
So, you know what Gardeniera?
I love Amazon too.
You know what Gardeniera is? Gardeniera. It's like a garnish. It's like comes in a jar. It's made of
garnish,
serrano peppers and celery and a little bit of. It's an oil with spices. It's fucking dope, dude. It's so good on sandwiches, and I make hummus with it. Mm-hmm. And so I used to get it from the store, and I stopped being able to find it at the fucking store. And one day I ran around in this neighborhood for not your neighborhood, part of your neighborhood, yeah, all over the fucking place looking for this shit.
You were looking for
Gardeniera
infused oils in my neighborhood.
Fucking goddamn it, and nobody is selling
there
it.
Goes the neighborhood.
So I go to Amazon, and I could get a case of it, a 4-pack.
Oh yeah, see that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, you can get surge on
as
Amazon.
much as a jar. So you go, fuck. Now they got me.
Yeah.
By
the dick.
So
Ron's gotta have his infused oils, man.
Look it up, Gardeniera.
No, I guarantee it's bomb.
Oh yeah,
I guarantee
it's good, dude.
Vienna
beef, Gardeniera.
But you also have to think Amazon's not just the people selling things on Amazon.
So let's
it's
back
also
up.
A marketplace for people just like Etsy.
Okay, so let me back up a little bit. Okay, so now with that said, you're telling me a company that there couldn't be another company that exists that does exactly what Amazon does, but then gets taxed by 10%?
There could be.
Yeah, but
that's
they
what
find
I'm getting at. It's they're going to suppress you because they run the company.
They would, but they have these lawyers that put their banks in offshore bank accounts and can find a way to not be, you could have zero taxes. Like Apple and Amazon pay like zero taxes.
But this is what I'm getting at. If they
There's
ran
loopholes in the higher structure.
I 100%. I know all about. That's what we were talking about. I think when you went and got up, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm saying is someone get the balls and have enough money to start their own fucking Amazon. Call it something different. I'll bet get whatever.
Like you're saying with Elon Musk and SpaceX.
Call
Someone
us
get the
on.
balls and have another NASA, right?
Okay, yeah, and then do it, and then brag on the fact that you pay taxes. Tell the American people that, hey, I'm contributing to the society right here, and I will gladly go tell the other place to go fuck itself and support this other one.
Do you know how much money you have to make to say fuck that?
Fuck what?
And cradle. And I'll pay taxes. Yeah, I love paying taxes.
No, the corporation, not me. The corporation.
Until they come knocking for $1 million. Say you made $2 million and they come knocking for $1 million.
Hold on, you're telling me that
what
fucking
the fuck?
you're telling me that Amazon couldn't pay 10?
Capitulation. You're saying.
Jesus.
You capitulate and then they go,
Well,
okay.
this is going to be a little off your radar, Ron, but you know
Go ahead.
Cardi B, Collin, you
Yeah.
never heard
I
saying,
love him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah. I know. What the
He's
fuck?
a great guy.
I'm not
Go
a-
down to the local bodega and
I'm
get
not
a little
a-
chopped cheese.
I'm not 90 fucking years old. I know Cardi B. Go ahead.
But yeah, she was like sitting there like, what the fuck? I just got a bill for $1 million in taxes. I want to see a receipt. Like, where's my money going?
Right.
To, you know? The same thing when
Well,
you see
and
like the worst
problem,
part.
Go ahead.
Just little. The worst part of seeing about your paycheck is seeing your gross, and you're like, "Fuck, it's almost double."
But
Oh,
like you
I
guys said
know. When I
You
see
know what
how
I'm
much
saying?
I spend in taxes a
It's
year,
like
and I'm
fucking
like,
double.
fuck, man.
where
like,
does
for
that
real?
money go? If we knew where it went,
I
like
bought a
you
coffee
said,
mug for the fucking Air Force. Do you hear about
Yeah,
that?
but then someone sitting at that position that types out where it went would just be.
Hey, can I
corrupt
say
anyway,
something that's
so.
gonna piss off everyone in this room? Maybe potentially.
It's pretty hard.
Okay. When it comes to taxes, if you don't have kids and get a tax, and hold on, when you have kids and you get a tax break, why the fuck do you get a tax break when I don't have? I'm a single fucking guy that lives by himself, owns his car, owns his house, owns everything
I'm
he
right
has,
there
works
with
his
you.
off. Sorry, and doesn't get a tax break.
No, I'm right there with you.
I'm like, what the fuck?
It's all about
I'm
having-
paying for your public
You know what it is,
schools,
though? You know what it
and
is?
you get a tax break.
Here it is.
I
Ready?
used
Hold
to
on,
say
hold on.
that.
I gotta
I
hit
used
you
to
with
say
this.
that before I had kids.
Facts.
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 Hit him with them. Where fucking Brian at?
Robbie's cold hard facts.
Let's hear it.
You know what it is? It's they want more. They give you a tax credit and that huge bump and cash money for having a kid, so they have more people to populate to pay taxes to get more money.
I kind of
Listen,
you spend
that's-
more money.
That's
No,
what.
but-
No, you're creating human. Hey, I'll give you more money if you create this fucker.
But that's the thing-
That's gonna
that's-
pay me taxes for the rest of its
That's
life.
the same as the welfare. No, dude. That's the same as the welfare system.
Bro,
Come on,
it's,
think about it,
listen,
though.
there's enough stupid people to
Yeah,
reprocreate
kick the man
this
out of the
entire
house.
They
fucking
give
life.
you
Have as many
one.
kids
They
as
give you
possible.
1 year of tax
We're talking
back
over each other.
for your child's
No-
next
no-
60 years of paying
Hold on.
taxes. That is that not the best investment
I
you
don't
could
think
ever
there's
make?
one middle class family that goes, you know what, honey?
You're wrong there, Ron.
We got
I'm
two
sorry.
kids.
You're wrong.
If we have another kid by next year, I'll get another $1,000.
Actually-
man.
I actually am going to have to agree with
Disagreement
Ron on
alert.
this one.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
nobody
disagreeing
goes-
right there, bro. Dude, Alyssa, my wife would work up in Anthem. You know how many of these people from New River would just foster kids, like 6 kids that they never took care of, and were like just to get the fucking
Okay.
money from?
No,
Yeah,
I
but are
don't.
those
I didn't
in-
meet them. No.
Are those intelligent
Those people are.
Did they
like,
have them, or are they adopting them?
It's like,
It's the same though. It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same mentality. They're just afraid of pregnancy. That's what it is.
I got you.
yeah, but those are ignorant people. Then
Those
this
people
is
are out there.
Those are the people that lock all the kids in a closet so they don't have to spend money on them. It's an incredible responsibility. When you have 2 kids, or you even have one, you want to spend as much money on them as possible to make sure that they can
True. You want to give them
make
better
it
than
into
what you have.
society. And
Yeah.
hey, it's snowing. You might need a coat. Blah blah blah. Stuff like that.
But like me and Colin are saying.
Also, hold on. these public schools. So I should bring you the
Hold
list.
on, did you go to public school?
I
Yes.
did.
Everybody in the room went to public school?
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I went to
really shitty ones.
when I went to public school, I'm glad you said that. When I went to public school, I know this is a long time ago, but when I came to school, I had to have like
On your stagecoach?
one ream of paper, 2 number 2 pencils, basic things. Okay. Now, when you take your kid to kindergarten, they present you with a fucking list of things that you have to spend literally a couple of $100s on.
Yeah, true.
Right.
And some of it is so
Bullshit.
we have to buy
Protractor,
each no, not even that. Each parent, when they bring their child to kindergarten or first grade or second grade, definitely elementary school, you have to bring it's either 5 or 6 canisters of Lysol wipes. Every single kid has to come to school at the beginning of the year
Well, think about it.
with 6 fucking canisters.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Let's go big picture here. Who should be paying for that?
The school.
Our
The
fucking government.
Which is the government.
Exactly. We're on the same. So
We
where's
have to
all
keep
this
our kids from
fucking
getting
money going?
sick.
Where's all this
On
money
a
going?
$2,000 motherfucking coffee mug that the Air Force buy. What the fuck do you think, man?
Where's this mug? I
Yeah,
wanna
we're just buying missiles. And
Is that a
Yeah, dude.
hypothetical?
You know?
Have you seen fucking the graveyard in Tucson
one-
of all those fucking decommissioned planes down there? It's fucking staggering, dude. You
I wanna
fly
go
over that
down there.
motherfucker and you're like, wait, what? There's 1,800 fucking F-18s that are fucking fueled and ready to go.
You never found that video? Of
Well, the
dude
video
handing out money?
that was a long time ago, Ron, in a far, far galaxy. But
Who
they
uses-
saw the picture. I think they
All
got-
I'm
they
saying
got the gist.
is I hear what you're saying, and I completely agree with you. I completely agree that our government and I, out of my pocket, have no problem helping your kid go to school.
What's that Air Force base called, real quick?
Just put in, it's Luke Air Force Base.
Cardi B is on
Something
the
like
front
that.
page. Fucking NSA is in effect.
What is it? Sorry.
I think it's Luke, but just look up Air Force Graveyard.
So, but this is my point, Colin. The government that you distrust and that we distrust, that we all distrust, with
shit.
with socialism,
Hold on.
you're turning over more
Control to that government.
control
Yeah,
to
no, I
that
get it.
government.
It's not an
They
idea.
got you both fucking ways,
Dude,
dude.
I'm not saying it's an idea situation. All I'm
got
saying
you
is
both
just that
ways.
conversation needs to happen, so
We're
we
having-
can all kind of be on the same page and be in the same. All I'm saying is we need to open up these avenues and stop. Just the second you hear socialist and be like, you fucking socialist prick. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, but okay, America is a little bit socialist because we all pay for roads and we all
hold
pay
on. Can
for
we
highways,
pause?
stuff like that. You got
Can we hold on? No, I want to show people
have
this
to
fucking
piss.
picture really fast.
Okay, go ahead.
Look at this fucking picture. Look at that shit. Fuck me. Fuck me. And
Do you know
all
how
those
much
things,
money that is?
Bacon
dude.
in
All
the
of
desert.
those are ready to fly. They rip the plastic
Really?
off them. They have fucking. They put special fuel in it. If we were ever into World War III, and I believe we should have a surplus like this, I'm not.
They
not
probably
arguing
more
that.
look like this right here, though.
What's that?
They probably more look like
That's a
this.
World
Right
No,
War
no,
II
no, no, no,
era.
no.
Just like,
You
well,
can
no,
go
no,
to
not
two-
the plane, just how
You're talking
fucked
about
up it
this
looks.
one right here.
Yeah, that one right there. All those fucking C-20s, man. Look at that shit. You can rain death from the sky from those things. Each one costs a couple fucking million, if not billion.
No, it has to be like
It's tens of
that's
millions.
tens,
per-
hundreds of millions per.
Yeah, and it took billions
Because if you
to
think the
develop it.
bomb it's dropping is like what, $10-15 million to make.
Scroll up. Okay, the one I want to show is this one right here. Click on that motherfucker.
This one.
Yeah, click on that motherfucker. That's in Arizona. I know that fucking mountain. Look.
Look how big this plane is.
And
compared
you're
to
not
these
even
planes.
fucking seeing it. That's where they're
That's
disassembling
crazy.
them, by the way. That's probably a portion of the yard where after a certain amount of time, they'll discontinue. They'll fucking start smashing them and recycle them. I get it, all right? But when we talk about sheer tax dollars, okay, we're talking one of those rows could fucking make you not pay for fucking Lysol. Get what I'm saying?
Oh no, one of those. Easy.
One of those. Hey, Lysol forever. Let's just get rid of one of those.
Like
we don't have to buy that one. You know what I mean?
Probably the radar on that thing.
And I get it. We should protect our country 100%.
But this is stupid.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
All of this, you see all this? This is just a distraction.
Oh, Jesus.
It is.
Oh, to what?
It's a distraction. And I get what you're saying about this, but they
Lysol.
create all of this so that you don't see where the money's really going, and the money is really going like into dark programs.
Oh, dude.
Where they fucking
Dude.
So they go, oh yeah, don't look at this over here.
This
so that you look
is
at
where
that.
all our money comes.
No. This is not a distraction.
That's
okay.
that's a fucking fraction of the money. Most of the money goes to like mind control programs and secret space programs, and they're only just admitting it now.
Jesus.
Where they go, yeah, we should have space troops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make space great again.
Yeah.
They've fucking been working on that shit for decades,
that's literally,
man. And that's where the money goes. This is nothing.
Well, I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I'm not just... all I'm saying is that is something you can physically see that our government spends money on. Yes, somehow necessary, but there's got to be better ways to spend money. Or be smarter about how we spend our money, dare I say. Like, who fucking polices the CIA? No one, motherfucker. Let me see their tax refund. No, motherfucker, you ain't seen that shit. Listen,
well,
again.
It all stands to corrupt people. And
Which,
then again, I ask you the question that if you were in the same position, because correct me if I'm wrong.
Fuck y'all.
Does Congress
I'm going to make
not
my money and
vote
go.
on how much they get paid?
Yeah. And they vote on it. They vote on their
I'm
raises.
sure they have a couple. I'm sure they have a couple, like,
Hey, if a
white
congressperson,
knights.
hold on, do you think
White knights in there is like, hey, we only need
What's
to be
the
paid
average?
$100,000.
What's the average pay for a congressperson?
400,000.
350.
That's not crazy.
What is this?
Dude, that's crazy.
How is that crazy?
Yeah,
no one needs that much fucking
No, hold on.
money, dude.
That's fine if they would just take that money, but they don't. They take it from fucking corporations.
No, that's
and they
their
go,
base pay.
No, $350,000, I believe, is their salary for
Their
Congress
salary
people.
from the government.
From the government.
And
then Enron
lobbying.
or fucking
Yeah.
Exxon or whomever comes to them and goes, vote for this bill, man, and when you get out, we'll start paying you.
Here's
And when
$2
they get out
million.
of Congress, they go, hey, how about a $350 speaking fee for an hour? And they're like, fuck, I made more just as much in an hour.
Oh,
as I
we
did
know
as
that
a
for
year.
fucking sure. That's for sure.
That's how it happens. So you got to stop that.
Well,
You
Heather
got
got in trouble.
to stop people from being able to do those things for at least a certain amount of time after they get out of Congress.
So the
And they
average
can't-
the average Joe in Congress makes $174,000. I mean,
Really?
that's
I thought it was
I thought
the
it was-
Speaker of the House
Maybe I'm thinking.
gets 223.
Nancy Pelosi gets 320.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
but
thinking,
again, they're talking about their other ventures. They didn't fucking get there. They had to fucking campaign. They have money. There's a way they got there.
oh no,
Right.
they're all millionaires.
All I'm saying is, well, exactly. All I'm saying is $170,000 a year. Fucking is okay. Yeah, you earned it if you're a genuinely good congressperson. You're in the spotlight. Your life's kind of fucked.
Here you go. How much money do you think everyone could make if everyone shared the same amount? What do you think everyone's yearly salary would be?
$15.
Have you
an
guys
hour.
watched? Hold on.
Do you
Have you
think
guys
so?
watched?
I think it'd be higher than that.
God damn it!
Oh, I thought you had the answer. I thought you looked it
Oh.
up or something.
Oh, let me see.
What's that?
talking about
Orville?
worldwide?
Have you guys seen Orville yet?
Yes.
Is that a show?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Seth
MacFarlane?
MacFarlane's
Yeah.
Space Adventures.
And the society on that thing is based off of socialistic. All you need is a job, and the government provides everything else. Granted, food is made out of synthesizers, and it's very unrealistic. However,
Soylent Green, perhaps.
wait, what? Is that the?
You ever seen Soylent Green?
No, I'm thinking of a book Alex J. Huxley wrote, A Brave New World.
What are you looking at?
That's pretty crazy right there.
50.
So, if you look right here where I have it highlighted, there's $54 trillion made per year out of everybody in the world, right? If you divide that by the amount of people in the world, that only gives us $7,700 per year.
I don't even think that's 54
The
trillion
global
divided.
GDP is $54 trillion.
And we owe 21.
Yeah. Well, would that be a surprise? We're not talking debt. We're talking about year after year, like income
But that's per year.
per year. So 54 trillion per
Are we
year.
counting? But this is counting people that like, and I'm talking to like a lot of fucking people.
No,
that
this is
live.
everyone in the world. If
Yeah,
all
that's
the
what I'm
money
saying.
in the world, all the income in the world,
These
were
motherfuckers
split
living in the
evenly.
sticks and motherfucking wherever.
Okay, that's 10 people, 20 people.
Nah, man.
Come on.
If
That's-
you add up, it's
that's stupid.
just like I said.
There's like
half
one
of the fucking
Amazon company.
half of the population of the United States are divided up in 6 cities, dude. Look that shit up. 6 cities, including fucking Phoenix, is like half of the. This is why I hate fucking
I don't
voting
know.
and shit
Most
like that.
Asian countries blow us out of the water.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Below us out
Fuck,
of the
yeah.
water.
Dude, those kids. Well, didn't that once
Like
point in time, didn't
Japan?
China have. Was it China that had the. You can only have one kid per household, and then you would have to, like, get permits to have more than one?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
We should
like
do
I
that
think
shit.
I
You
think
should have an IQ test to have a
like
fucking
Hong
kid.
Kong, Japan, was it 10 million people? It blows New York out of the water. Like it's ridiculous.
I know. I really want to go there really bad.
The street food alone.
I heard they eat donkey over there. It sounds delicious.
Say what?
Donkey?
Donkey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they eat
Donkey.
donkey.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good. Actually, it's that Netflix
They
show.
eat
Ugly
horse
Delicious.
around the world. And
I mean, don't knock it till you try it. Fuck.
welcome to the Be Advised Culinary podcast.
Have you ever had
Today we'll be
goat
making
tacos?
orange duck.
Colin?
You never had orange duck? What?
You ever had goat tacos?
I've
No, I
never
tried
had
them.
goat. I've had
had
goat
goat
cheese
yeah.
on top of tacos.
I was gonna say I've had goat cheese for sure.
No, my friend took me to a taqueria in Texas, had goat tacos, and they were
Bomb.
surprisingly good. Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Does it
dude.
taste
Meat's-
like lamb?
meat's
I would
meat.
imagine it tastes
It was
like
a
lamb.
bit gamey, but it
I
was
think it
just
tasted goat, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
it was shredded. They shred everything.
Yeah, they just
So
cook
you
it
know-
like a
I don't
really
like-
long time in some.
I don't like shredded
Yeah,
like
exactly.
beef stuff, like shredded lamb or beef.
Dude, you got to try this
I like
Cuban
cubes.
beef that we make. You just fucking cook it for
Cuban
6
beef.
hours.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Any meat you cook
Anyway.
for that long though, it's fucking delicious. We're getting off topic again. We're talking about food. It's making me hungry.
Yeah.
Actually, what did I have for lunch? It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I had El Pollo Loco. Fucking amazing. Love that place. Can I get a sponsorship,
He
please?
does. like
Another
Pollo
another
Loco.
capitalist venture. Go ahead.
They could sponsor us if they want. That's for sure. Like I would eat Pollo Loco right now.
Fuck yeah. I would.
On with
If they delivered it,
No, they wouldn't have to. I'll pick that shit up on
Ron.
the way.
Ron, see if you could work something out with
Yeah.
like Pollo Loco.
Put your people in touch with our people. We'll talk.
They could cater for us, right?
Yeah. Dude, their tacos are amazing.
It's only
Sure,
like 3
yeah.
people max every time.
The fucking taco El Carbon. Fuck.
I mean, they can give us their mistake burritos if they. I know they have a
and
heater.
then send some woman.
They've got to
in
have
there-
a heater with mistake burritos just chilling for after work.
Then you
dude.
send some woman in there that just complains constantly, and they're like,
Fucking Margaret.
for
Fuck. Did you just say
Margarita.
Margaret?
That's what I don't know.
I feel bad for Margarets because I feel like I do the same
That's
thing.
a
I'm like,
terrible
fucking
name.
bitch named Margaret. Fucking.
What about Marlene?
No, I don't use Marlene.
No, that's fine.
I don't actually know Margaret. Anybody know Margaret? Oh, like a real Margaret?
No, I don't think anyone really does.
Now we're really off topic.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah.
I don't know. We were free flowing. It's
No. We started off with immigration, then we got on to.
Anyway, do you have any like crazy questions you're wondering about any of our podcasts that we had, or
I mean,
anything?
But hold on.
Anything that you've been on the cusp about that you want to get our
Hold on,
opinion
before we
about?
get to that,
Maybe he can
are-
interview us though.
Are you satisfied with
Ron's immigration.
my like?
Do you-
I'm not a hateful person, dude.
I never said you were. You're probably one of the most loving people I've ever met in my life. I love you.
I just want everybody in this country to have a chance.
Yeah.
And if it gets too much to where we can't handle the people, then we can't handle the people, and that's nothing to say about them. It's something to protect our own people. That type of thing.
And again, I 100% agree with that.
And I,
However,
okay.
we need to dump billions of dollars into our fucking what are they called, immigration courtrooms, because those are a fucking mockery and a disgrace and just un-American as all can be. And then we seriously have to look about, you know what I mean? Take care of the neighbors. They are our neighbors. You know what I mean?
We are pretty rude.
We're fucking...
No, we're not.
Hold on. No. You're going to build a wall on one side and not on the other? Fuck you.
Okay, well, no, hold on.
Fuck you.
But for decades, we had this trade policy that tried to funnel money into Mexico. The NAFTA thing that was unfair to us.
Okay, let me
drop some. You sound like Trump.
Let me drop some knowledge on you really fast, okay?
We got the worst deals.
No,
Mexico.
but it's true. If you look at it, it's true. Just because Trump says something's right doesn't mean he's
an
not
evil
right.
Fucking bigot. No, he's definitely evil bigot. But go ahead.
If you have the wrong trade policy for our country, don't you agree that they should, rework that? I've bitched about NAFTA since before Trump ever came on the scene, and many during the Bush administration. If you look back at old news stories during the Bush administration, liberals, Democrats bitched about NAFTA. They were like, "Oh, this is a bad deal. We shouldn't have done this. It sends jobs out of the country." And then suddenly, even during Obama's administration, same thing. And then suddenly, when the racist orange guy gets in there, who's a sexist and a homophobe and
proven, by the way. Well, go ahead.
Once he gets in there, it's a bad idea now. See how they do that? That's what they do. They take ideas
that would
help America, and they put a guy in there.
This is why I'm not crazy far left either.
They put a guy in there that is all of these things that the media says, and everybody goes,
What's a proven fact about Congress and our government in general? They need fucking votes. So if they got to flip-flop for their fucking party and all these fucking... Right. Yes, they're going to. And this is why I agree with you. We should abolish the whole fucking party system.
Okay.
I don't know how. It needs to be an open conversation that we talk about over beers,
we have to do it for
and dinner
them,
and all these things and come up with a fucking way to where we're not against. Because I sit there and I have conversations with people that are very far right, and I approach them the same way that I'm approaching anybody else. It's like, listen, I know you don't agree with me, but let's have an open conversation. Where's the middle ground? Where do we get to this common, where do we get into the middle right here to where we can come up to where, no, I'm not getting everything that I want in the way I want it, and no, you're not getting everything, but how do we come to this common ground in the middle to where we both get what we want, and it represents us as a whole, not as a divide, as a whole. Okay. The left gets what they want and the right gets what they want, to a degree. Okay, if you're gonna ask me about gun policy, I'm gonna be as far right. I fucking love class 3 lights. You ever shot a fully automatic fucking rifle? It's amazing. It's probably one of the coolest shits you'll ever do on this planet. Should I think everyone should own one? Fuck yes, because it's cool. But people are gonna kill people, so okay, I get it, left. You know what I mean? It's understandable, but where's the common ground? How do we make it work to... We don't see psychos go out and fucking pull a trigger on mosques and churches and schools. How do we prevent that from happening? But how also do I get a hold of an AK-47 so on the weekend I can go out in the middle of the desert, drink a beer, and let some fucking lead fly? How do we come to that common ground? We need to have this conversation. How do we have this conversation that I want our country protected from other countries and to make sure that we are a dominating force in this globe, but also I want my kids to have a great education, and I don't want my friends to go have to buy fucking Lysol. You know what I'm saying? How do we open that conversation? That's a real fucking thing, and
how do we get on? How do we actually get on the Lysol? Is that just a
That was it's like
or?
a comedy thing when you refer to the thing to another joke you did.
You were
because you should have to buy Lysol if you want Lysol. It's
no.
Well, no. You mentioned it
for school.
Remember, you said you had to have 5 cans. Yeah.
I thought I'm picturing a can of Lysol. You sprayed it.
I
thought
I
shouldn't
it
have
was
to
a
pay for
reference.
this shit.
I see
it was
what
what you
did
said
there.
you had to
Okay.
buy for your
slick.
student to
It
go
was
to
slick.
school. So that's a real thing.
But then again, you should have to clean up after your kids.
7 cans of Lysol wipes.
That's not that bad.
Yeah,
per
it's
year,
like that's
per student.
That's not that
that's
bad.
not bad at all. It's
Per
like,
student.
dude, you can go get the one at Costco. I got a Costco card. You want me to take
They
you?
should have to pay for it. We fucking pay
I have a
taxes for
Costco
that
right
shit,
down the
dude.
street. We can take
Well,
it.
Hey,
again,
hold on. Do they
I
make
agree
you
with this.
Do they make you pay for bleach that goes in the fucking toilet at the school?
Yeah, actually,
True.
I don't even have kids there. And
That
yes,
is-
I do,
no,
motherfucker.
That is true. That's a good point, Ron.
They don't make you buy it and go bring a fucking 2 gallons of bleach,
No, that is true.
500 fucking paper towels. This is just for this semester.
Yeah.
What
You
else
know-
do you need, Ron?
And more than that, because
what else
kids
do you
are
need to
fucking
run?
assholes, and
If-
I used to be one of them.
What else do you need to run a elementary school?
If we live in,
Yeah,
Just
Sorry,
500.
I-
Just 500 paper towels. I don't know.
I'm middle class. We live in Paradise Valley. Sorry about that.
That's middle. That's middle
That's
class.
not.
Didn't mean to.
Growing up, that was like
Yeah,
high
I was
class.
about to say
upper
you rich
middle
as
class.
fuck. You open a PV.
That was high class to me.
Okay.
Is
Upper middle class. But if we're paying taxes for school, you fucking bring Lysol wipes?
Bro,
Are
you live in Paradise Valley.
That's
You can
just
afford
one-
Lysol.
Bro,
hey, but you know what? But yours.
hey, you live in a good area. I'm gonna say.
I worked my way up to this area.
So
It's
did
not even
I.
that
What the
great.
fuck? I was.
It's not even
What
that
did I
great.
fuck my way into?
Hold on. But let's go back. Let's listen to what you're saying.
Ron's got that magic stick.
But back to what you're saying.
Oh, this
The
Ron-
same town that you fucking live in that you're bitching about buying Lysol for has fucking facial recognition cameras as you enter and exit it.
I know.
You know how much that fucking costs?
Your kids probably wipe
Enough
their-
for Lysol. Let me tell
So
you.
I shouldn't have to buy fucking.
Did you ask what your
That
kids
either.
use for toilet paper at school? Do you think it's
Single
Just,
ply.
no, it's just that brown paper towel that they always fill. That come
The
in-
ones that are super thin.
you know,
The ones you get at the shitty wing
wipe
stores
your
when you
ass
go
and
eat
you go,
wings. You know what I mean?
"Ah."
They have the
I got
roll on the
shit on
table.
me.
You're like,
yeah,
fucking really? I'm paying
that-
$2 a
it's
fucking
almost,
wing?
It's almost canvas.
Yeah. At least I could see my
Maybe
hand.
you should send your kids a roll of Angel Soft to school too.
No, and I'm not bitching. I am bitching actually.
Yeah, you should, because it's fucking bullshit.
I'm just saying that if we should know where our taxes are going. Fucking
Yes,
A.
we should get a receipt. I want 100%
Did a
that.
good job.
And the fact that we
Can you
can't
imagine how
see,
long that receipt? That would be longer than a CVS.
I just
Hey.
want to see what the total intake of the government through taxes is, and I want to see how it's divvied up. I don't need a personal receipt. You
know
show
what,
me
man?
how that
Have
fucking
you ever
shit's divvied
seen-
up.
If,
But they're
if,
not going to break it down to in realistic terms.
If they somehow implemented that system, it would bog the federal government down so much it would shut the fuck down.
Automation, bro.
Colin, have you ever seen this? We
No
showed this
such
on our
thing.
podcast before.
Okay.
Bring it up on my screen. I can't
But-
see it.
Yeah, bring it up.
So
Explain to me socialism.
this
and how it's
is
gonna
the
work.
national debt clock of real time.
So it jumps about
So right here, that's
$100,000 every 40 seconds, I think. Just count it out.
Well,
Or 10.
yep. There's 100,000. There's 100,000.
Oh, it's every like couple of seconds.
There's 100,000. There's 100,000. That's all the interest,
Lifetime.
everything.
You look at corporate assets.
No, so well, you look at
You
this,
took away
right?
all corporate assets, it would cover it, and then all the corporations would leave the country.
Ron,
It would be
I just
fucked.
noticed this on this clock, right? You see U.S. national debt.
Uh-huh.
And then you come down U.S. total debt, 73.
Okay. Yeah. That's all.
That's everything.
So I think this is citizens, maybe.
Interest per citizen is 9 point. Interest to who, motherfucker?
Central banks. Foreign banks. Not federal.
Again.
Isn't this fucking gross, dude?
So I don't even like looking at it, man. It's
it just
depressing
keeps
as
going. Like, when does it stop? They see the spending. Look at the spending over here.
Just
too.
put it on for about a
federal
week and look at
spending
it
right
every
here,
once
too.
in a while. And
That's fucking.
so you're paying.
That's police.
Into
That's
that.
fucking military. That's fucking border patrol. It's fucking everything that we spend money on, and then some. Flying Trump around to his golf course every fucking other day so he can fucking.
It's $4 trillion right there.
Jesus Christ. Can we put Muppet Babies up there? I need to feel better about life.
Here, let me show you.
Can I go back to what I said originally in the podcast?
How about Scrooge McDuck?
We're fucked. we're not getting out of this.
Yeah, but
We are fucked as a society from.
you got to talk about it though. You have to
No,
talk about
but
it.
you keep saying we're fucked. But like, what is the end outcome?
I
Like,
mean,
we
well,
all
never-
get stacked upon trailers like a mile high, and like all the apocalypse movies are coming true. Like what?
I love that. And what are you talking about? What was that movie with the?
Ready Player One.
Oh god, it was such a good movie. I didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was. It really was.
It was a Spielberg.
You thought
movie,
that
bro.
was I thought it was a good movie too.
Which you're missing out on PKH this year.
But do you know the message of the movie?
Oh god, what's the underlining? Are you fucking? What's that one dude that was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently? The fucking.
The message of the movie is they're showing you what you're going to be doing in the future. You're going to be in
Just sitting there
in an AI
nonstop
in a
for
virtual
Oh
reality,
my god.
and you're going to be earning money
Through that, and
In
that's how you
a-
spend it. Yeah.
And that's how
computer
you spend
system.
it, but you're still sitting there, and you're gonna have no money to eat because you're just earning real.
Earning and spending money
Or
within
virtual-
a computer system
yes.
instead of being.
Which
In the
we
real world.
technically
I thought
kind of
you'd
do
like to
that
go out
now.
and shoot guns and stuff.
Do we not technically do that now
Well, you
with
could in the
credit and banks and everything's
Yeah.
just
That's my problem.
we kind of just do
See,
that
I
already.
told you.
But yeah, have you seen on Netflix the new animated series? I think it's like Love, Death, Robot or Death, Love, Robot.
No.
Watch that thing. So it's a collection of 10 to 15 minute animations, all from different companies. But the animation on some of them, you cannot. It's very hard to tell that it's an animation. And then the whole time I was watching some, I'm like, this is the future of virtual reality and everything. Like, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
We're all just gonna, just like the Matrix, just like we're all gonna plug in at some point.
Do you
It's
have
all
a,
gonna become digital, and
Do you
it's
have a-
already on its way to digital currency, right? With did you
Bitcoin
see
and
Apple
bullshit.
Pay's release the other day? Apple Card looks pretty dope, actually.
You're the one that got me into Apple Pay, just so you know, motherfucker.
Apple Pay's dope, but
It's
now
super sick, dude.
But now they have their own credit card.
Fuck yeah, I'm in.
So it's just like your Apple Pay, comes right up, so you get your card instantly.
And then you could
when
pay it
when
off
you
with your
apply.
Apple Pay.
Well, hold on. You can everything's software.
Big gulp.
Everything's software based, so it tracks all of what you're spending per month, per day, per year, whatever you want to like categorize it as. It'll come up for you. And they promised the lowest interest rates and reward programs. Like you can
Yeah, so you can get a credit card to buy their fucking $3,000 laptops.
right. You get 3%. You get an extra % more rewards points when you buy Apple products. But
And then I'm in.
they did partner with Goldman Sachs on it.
And there's your problem.
Well, watch the keynote.
Dun, 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 dun. Listen, the evil empire is fucking here, and I just joined the Rebel Force small business.
Oh,
All I'm saying.
Rebel
Fucking, you want to fight the machine? Fucking get out of it. And I'm happier every day of it. But
buy land
I'm trying.
in the middle of the
But
desert?
I just went into small business side.
hey, I'll buy
Everybody.
I'll buy a square foot off you.
How much?
Just a square foot.
1 square foot. Right?
Fucking $40.
Hey, if the world ends, I'm gonna come stand on your land.
I owe like 8 grand.
No, you would do like a footprint, like just a stand that goes up, but then 20 feet above the ground, you have this fucking...
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking loopholes.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Ron?
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Man,
You didn't buy the airspace, did you? One
would-
inch off the ground.
I would not be like one of these global criminals, man. I would give you your square foot.
Yeah, but I'm the other people that would take advantage of you
The only-
and build.
You know,
that,
me and you have land for two different reasons, too. Because I just want a piece of land that I can go out and blow shit up and shoot guns like crazy and party my face off and take a bunch of vehicles out there and jump them and beat the shit out of them, have a good time with my friends, and then it's my land, so no one can say shit about it. And then I own it, and it's an investment, and it's fun. That's the only reason I want land, though. Investment and
I want to build ramps.
stupid shit.
After you said that, you're not invited to my place.
You're
What if
invited
I-
to the bunker?
What if I provide the car
I'm just
and the
kidding. I was
booth?
only kidding.
Act like you don't want to do that on a Saturday.
You got to come.
Who doesn't want to do that on a Saturday is all I'm saying.
Should we start a tiny house community out there?
Dude, there's so much, like...
Honestly, the best part about
For
it is...
people that don't know,
The only thing that
Ron
sucks,
does
man-
own land out in the middle
Don't
of
fucking say that.
Never mind.
Well, they don't know where it's at.
yeah. I was just going to say BFE. That's it. But fuck Egypt.
But the wind is very high up there all the time.
Well, now you're giving away where you fucking live.
your
Just so you know.
ass
Yeah, what are you
kicked,
doing?
dude.
You're giving them... Ron, I said but fuck Egypt. No one knows where that's at.
It's up in
And now
Wyoming.
they know where to go where the winds
Don't
blow.
go to Wyoming looking for
Where the
me.
wind blows, blows, blows.
Dog, when I was driving through Wyoming, was it Wyoming? I don't know where the
The
fuck
wind
I was.
blows a lot, right?
Hold on, I didn't know. I'm looking off into these like pastures, and there's these huge hillsides, right? I'm riding the motorcycle, so you got nothing but time to look around, whatever. And I'm looking at this thing, and I just see these like wood random fences, and as you're driving through that state, man, everything's just like this tiny, fucking Trump supporting community of like a gas station, a fucking tiny little grocery store, and like a mechanic, like basic little needs for a society to exist, right? And it's fucking tiny. There's a subway there. There's a subway at all of them, just so you know. Anyways, you go through the middle of the United States, and this is all you fucking see for hours and hours. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. There's these like fences out in the middle of nowhere, and I've stopped in one of these little podunk fucking towns, and I'm like, yo, man, what are these? He's like, snowdrifts. You don't know what snowdrifts are? Apparently, the fucking snow piles up some more. They had to stop it from getting on the road somehow. I don't know. I've never really seen it in action. But there's just walls.
So what they do? Plow it?
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I got way off topic. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Sorry.
Anyways.
You were talking about Trump country.
I was talking. It was funny because that's what made my mind go different. Is because I'm remembering driving across, and we were talking about it earlier, and how sometimes their vote means more than my vote, depending on what county they vote in, because of how many electoral. Anyways,
Gerrymandering. You ever hear of
That shit is fucked up.
gerrymandering? That's where they...
Wait, you never heard of gerrymandering?
no.
Oh, all right.
So
Go.
from election to election, whoever is in power can, I don't know exactly how it works, but they can rework the congressional district
Border of
border
who votes.
and go, okay, there was more white people that voted for this guy
Here, I'll find some
in
things.
this
You're going to think it's
area,
crazy.
and there was, Democrats go, oh, there was more Hispanic people that voted for our candidate in this
What's the
area.
point?
So
What does it do? I don't
because
get it.
it becomes like an amoeba-like fucking like when. So if you live in an area, when you expect your voting area to be like a square or something, you just go, hey, bam, this is this area, bam, bam, bam.
So what?
So look,
They make
so
it like-
in 2002, this was the border for this voting community, right?
No matter who you want to vote for, this
No
is
matter-
unfair. Go ahead.
And then 2004, now these people vote for the same person that these people voted for.
So they literally took this liberal, the only liberal place in all of Texas,
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, exactly.
and
So
spread it across three
this
different.
is some ridiculous stuff here. Because normally you'd used to be like, oh, this square, right?
Yeah.
This square of people.
I think
No.
it should be like a city.
Look
block.
how crazy this looks. Like they're like, all right, we'll draw
is our
our
vote.
I wonder who
district.
lives under the freeway. They definitely vote Democrat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see right there. All
Wake
no,
up,
no,
bro,
right here.
vote.
This is even better. Train tracks right here.
Yeah. Those are Democrats.
But look how crazy this looks. Like they're like, all right, these people.
They live on a-
these people.
Major block of a.
Yeah, no. And again, it goes back to what I've been saying, and I will preach until they put me in the ground. We fucked. We are fucked.
It's just so corrupt. At
No,
this
man,
point.
we should have these discussions, and we might not. Be
No,
so
and I get it, and we are having this discussion, but there's only 3 of us in this goddamn room, and
We're
like
reaching
50
almost 100
followers.
people.
72, 70. Oh, you have 50 followers now?
No, there's like 20 subscribers, but
Oh, you have 20 subscribers.
subscribe, by the way. We really appreciate
Like.
it.
I hate it when people
If
say
you're still
subscribe.
following us after an hour and a half
Listen,
this deep.
If
so
we have to
thank
tell you to subscribe,
You have 22 subscribers, yeah.
yeah,
Look, we don't post crazy stuff like all the time.
I
We're
know.
just
I'm just
making episodes. But we're not pumping out like 50
You're
a
gonna
day like some
subscribe
people.
because you
Yeah.
like what one of us is saying and you hate the other two. That's
Or
why
even if
you're
you
gonna
hate all of
subscribe.
us or like all of us.
We don't have to tell you to subscribe.
Fucking argue with me.
You're just gonna fucking do it.
I notice
But-
also I don't see any comments on any of these.
Please subscribe, guys. Thumbs up. Let's
Smash
fucking-
that subscribe button below.
Yeah. Let's all.
I wish I had a
fucking-
ham horn. I should probably put that in here right here.
That is a must.
this button. Right
DJ
here.
fucking horn.
Anyway. But oh yeah. Anyways, back to that 20-minute. Is there anything you want to ask us
I mean,
that you're like kind of interested in a little bit?
well, and that's the whole thing. Like, I've known you guys for so long that we spent enough time at work that we kind of cover all these kind of topics.
Yeah, but it's kind of
I mean, I think the biggest one that was driving me crazy because it is a hot button for me, and you already did the flash thing for it. But was our different views on immigration in general, right? Like, but once we boiled it down and talked about it, right? As long as you have someone that's sitting next to you that has a maybe the same but different view of it, and then you can get to the bottom of it.
Yeah,
that's really what it gets down to.
We need to have somebody argue so we can explain ourselves.
Right.
fully.
And honestly, in this one podcast, I feel like we covered so much of everything that you guys
Oh my
like.
God, we did immigration,
fucking
robots.
Fucking. I'm looking at all the ones that you guys have here, and the directed energy weapons. Like, that's a thing. I know it is. Anyways.
You got to check out episode 9 with Chris Johnson. There.
Yeah.
Which is funny. He picked up a piece of equipment at our property, and I had this sign sheet, and it was like Chris Johnson. I'm like, I know him.
So fucking.
Were you starstruck?
But
What a small world, man.
no, but I'm talking about the crazier stuff, not just like the political stuff.
I mean, we kind of have like the same outlook and views on a lot of things. I believe. Just I don't know. I don't have any real like. I didn't come over here thinking I was gonna be like, all right, hit Ron with the fucking brain buster.
Rapid fire. Are there aliens? Go.
Yes.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
hold on. Let me get a beer, and we'll do rapid fire questions.
Oh, can you get me one?
Are we
right.
taking
Yeah, I'll
a
get you
piss?
one.
Okay.
You want to do a pissa?
All right, time.
Pause,
I
everybody.
don't have like a hold slide, but all right, maybe let's take turns. All right, let's take turns.
Okay.
Well, can't you just? Oh, you can't pause it and then restart it, huh?
Well, I can, but then it's not edited. This is why we have it all set up this way.
Well,
so
you're
I
our-
don't have to,
you're
I don't
our
have
ge-
to edit right now.
Hold on. You're our guest. Do you have to piss the worst?
No, I don't have to
All right,
piss
he
at all.
just wants a beer.
I just want beer. I have
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Maybe after that next beer, I'll have to.
Yeah, fucking A, see? We're going to have another beer and we might have to piss.
By the way, I can't believe I quit smoking and started vaping. I feel like such a fucking douche with this thing, by the way. But
So you were still smoking cigarettes? See, I stopped smoking cigarettes in like fucking 92.
don't say that you're dating yourself.
Yeah, man, I'm an old fuck. And then, but I smoked for a long time because when I was a kid, after I was like 14 years old, my mom would buy me a carton of cigarettes every week, and I had to stay by that carton of cigarettes. Couldn't go over.
Buy you a carton of cigarette?
She would, yeah. Yeah. So I smoked for a
I
while.
just found out one of my friends smokes a pack and a half a day, and I lost my shit. There's no way you need to be smoking that much, bro.
People bum them. That's what it is.
No.
No?
No, he's a stingy motherfucker.
God damn.
Yeah, a pack and a half a fucking day. That's insane. I mean, I'm no better. I'm still fucking slave to the fucking nicotine, but whatever. I got my sense of smell and taste back, which is good.
It makes your allergies worse. It makes
Dude,
your
it's all around bad.
everything, man. And
I
I'm
did
so
it,
glad that
and I did it. I did it all to look cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who
I did
fucking
it-
starts smoking, right? Why the fuck do you start smoking? Because you want to be fucking camel cool, man. Like, that's what it really is. Ooh, thank you.
I did it because my parents did it.
Yeah, I saw my dad do it as a kid. I don't think that was the reason why I went that avenue, but... All right, hold on. I'm going to make Post-its of fucking rapid fire questions that I'm going to... Okay.
You could do us, and then we'll do you.
No. a little menage a trois. Well, I'm pulling up my post-it thing. Stickies.
Stickits.
Stickits.
All right. What were you and Ron talking about?
We got off topic. I was telling him how I quit smoking. And
For the moment. How long have you since a cigarette?
St. Patty's Day. Oh, no, that's not true. I had one cigarette after a hippie sabotage concert. But I vaped the entire hip. And my throat's a little scratchy because of vaping. It's actually harsher to me than smoking cigarettes. Like, I felt like cigarettes went down a lot smoother, but it's probably because I was accustomed to it. But
yeah, but it's probably the juice. You just got to find your right juice.
Right.
But anyways, no one wants to hear about fucking vaping. But yeah, good for you.
Yeah, no, I'm proud about that. Fucking, and it comes at like the weirdest time transitioning jobs. Like I said, it's like fucking transitioning jobs, like new lifestyle. Dude, I work 5 to 10 minutes away from my house in traffic. It's the most beautiful thing. I literally gain back fucking an hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours every day of my life.
Yeah, you gain back. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna lose it once I start traveling and whatnot, but they're very fair on.
Well, there's a study that says if you drive more than 45 minutes to work, like you're miserable.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's why Tom, one of our people left because he lived in BFE. But sometimes you just got, any job you're looking for, you'll travel whatever distance.
Yeah, sometimes
I get it.
The reality situation is sometimes you just got to switch it up. Sometimes you got to fucking step up, step out, and see what the fuck you got. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. You have another Tom White?
Oh, he's got another one in there, too.
You're a fucking professional. I like you, sir. You're a good man.
Making me feel guilty.
All right, so it's that time. I wish I had maybe I'll make that a segment, too.
Cheers time?
Quick round. We can do cheers time. Maybe we'll add a cheers time graphic or something.
You should have done that on the microphone so you could have kept that. Salud.
You have to keep coming over to hit our camera. There it is. Cheers, be advised.
Oh, this is good, by the way.
Yeah, it's some local stuff here.
Hey, Barrio Brewing Company, if you want to...
You want a little sippy? You want a little tasty?
If you want to give us a holler. Oh, it's based out of Tucson. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, I've been to there. Never mind.
It's
like in a hangar.
Scrumptious.
It's crispy. And I'm not an IPA person, but it's not like crazy hoppy where it's not good.
That's probably why it was $8.99 instead of $12.99 or something. All right, fire rapid questions.
They're going to be more like opinion or anything. Okay, when it comes to vehicles, old or new?
Oh, well, I thought we were doing something cooler, but...
What do you mean?
New.
Preference?
Yeah.
Old. I like older vehicles with I like a certain amount of safety in my vehicle.
Fuck safety.
But
are you pre or post seatbelts?
Oh,
That's up to you.
Come on, post, man. Are you talking to me?
Well, cars came.
You need seatbelts, man.
Hold on, let me ask you this.
My dad was a firefighter. He's been to a lot of fucking accident sites, man. You need seatbelts. But my dad doesn't like all the fucking electronics in a car. Cars nowadays can be hacked.
Yes.
Your fucking steering wheel.
Wait, what? Hacked?
Your steering wheel is a mouse. It is no longer connected to the drive shaft.
Mine physically is.
Maybe you have that car, but if you have a new...
Buy the base model.
A new car, your transmission, your higher...
Manual.
Okay.
This is rapid fire, Ron.
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay,
Next
I'm
one.
not
Next
into
one.
it. Go ahead.
Okay, when it comes down to money, right? Would you rather go on vacation or get new toys?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Get new toys, definitely.
Fuck.
I get to... Hey, are you talking about buying storable food and ammunition?
Yeah, that's toys.
That's toys.
Those are toys.
You're into that shit.
Sorry, I'm taking the vacation. That's how I've lived my life this whole time. So,
See, I've done the opposite, and now it's allowed me to. Now I'm allowed to do the opposite, but I also traveled a lot for work.
But you have to invest in your thing, man.
I invest in our happiness.
How about land and... sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I like the argument. It's not even an argument; it's preference. But I prefer to go see things and explore things and be more knowledgeable of the world around us. Like a lot of these. Okay, just to go on, and part of the reason I asked this conversation is I feel that a lot of people that have never traveled abroad have a very closed-minded and narrow-minded view of the world. If you've never been to another country and seen how they live, and I'm not counting Mexico because where I'm from in Mexico are not far apart.
It's just a party town.
Yeah.
For most people.
Well, most. You can go down places to like Mazatlan and deeper into Mexico, and the places are fucking beautiful, and the people are so nice, and you don't have to worry about shit. Anyways, I don't know. I feel like people should vacation more than they should, worry about, the KRK speakers that they were wanting.
Yeah. I traded this for some green.
I'm just giving you shit.
I didn't pay money for these.
I mean, if you go into my house, I spent money on stupid shit. Like, my house is automated. Get out of here.
I'm trying to, we're all trying to downsize.
Yeah.
Anyways, next question.
Okay, next question. Right or left? Where do you see yourself?
Right? Oh, politically?
Politically, yep.
Oh. I've never actually categorized myself.
Fair. So, you're Switzerland?
I'm like Switzerland.
Yeah, neutral.
Yeah.
You?
Okay. On social issues.
I knew this was going to be a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
On more social issues, like the way things are, the way that people live in a day-to-day basis, I'm a liberal, classical liberal. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe, you should be able to go where you want, get a job where you want, have drugs if you want, just as long as you're not disruptive and stuff like that in society.
Mm-hmm.
And for my issues dealing with the economy and stuff like that, I'm conservative. I want the government to be very careful on what they spend money on. Not only when people hear conservative, they think, oh, you hate welfare. Well,
right.
No.
So
I think if people need a chance with welfare or something like that, they should have it, but you shouldn't be on welfare for 20 years straight.
Right.
If you're an able-bodied person. As well, the government welfare that is taken from taxpayers, we shouldn't be paying for all of their expensive programs that don't benefit us. That just benefit other people.
All right.
Right?
Right.
Next question.
All right.
Did I not make sense? Or
No.
Well, sound like
If I were to categorize you, I would put you as a right center.
Right center. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
You're not even close to liberal, but you believe in.
No, I'm classical liberal. Classical liberal. If you look up the classical liberal, not today's liberal,
right?
It's freedom of speech, freedom of
Beethoven.
travel throughout the country, freedom of business.
Which, by the way, I don't think liberals ever said that you shouldn't have freedom of speech.
No, I'm just.
I know. I just like to poke that. All right. Next question.
All right, go ahead. I'm right. I'm
Coal,
right.
solar, or nuclear power?
I think there's an alternative energy out there that we haven't discovered yet.
Oh shit! That magnetic thing I was telling you guys
There's
about.
magnetics, which right now they're in their primitive stage of they have to
wish I
like
could remember the name of that company.
They have to super cool them for them to work.
The magnets?
Yeah, that you have to super cool it.
No, that's what I was telling you about. I did that one show where they were the generator company that.
Yeah, I'm certain. There's probably some.
It would make, I think, one that he had in his warehouse made something like fucking 50 kilowatts, which is just insane for one giant magnet. But it's not like specialty metals. It's like a bunch of very common metals like put together in a certain thing, and then it's all mechanical. There's no like computers that run it, and it just fucking spins. Anyways, so yeah, that was a stupid question then.
But that's what I think. What, Ron?
Okay, so what'd you say? You said nuclear, coal, or
Solar.
solar. Okay.
I should say renewable instead of solar.
I went with option D.
Yeah.
I wrote in my own answer.
Blow up the earth. Nobody should.
Hamsters. Lots and lots of hamsters.
So it depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to be, we're all environmental and we should have zero emissions? Or are you trying to be like, hey, fuck it, let's go wide, 100% wide?
I'm asking you this question.
Okay. So this is my thing.
Okay, what's your thing?
It's got a thing.
Everybody,
This guy, he's got a thing.
everybody is used to a style of living where they have all this electricity and there's freeway
Speaking of
lights and everybody wants
It's fucking great.
You want electric cars?
Yeah.
You want electric cars?
0 to 60 on those fuckers.
Okay.
Do you want an electric car?
I love electric cars. That's fine. And you like air conditioning?
Yes.
It's the best.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I want you to get to your point so we can get to the next question.
Yeah, do you see how easy and short my answer was?
Right? But I'm a complicated guy.
We know.
Okay? So, if you don't want nuclear right away in Arizona, that cuts out 70% of our electricity. Bam, shuts it off.
What the pre-built infrastructure is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Correct.
You don't know about like magnetic energy and stuff yet.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is
You don't know about that stuff yet.
I
okay?
I'm
would-
saying is
I
where
would
do we need to
welcome-
be investing our money? And let's rephrase that.
That's not what the question was. Move on. Next question.
No, hold on, because I have an answer. So my thing is that we should use the resources that we have right now to get to a different place, but everybody should be open-minded as to what sort of energy source that we should be going towards, not just one. So all your environmentalists go, no, it's got to be solar, man. It's got to be solar, and if it's solar,
Remember, we
then-
changed the thing to renewable.
I'm saying arguments back and forth. So
Yeah.
it's got to be all solar. Well, that injects more heat into the atmosphere. More solar panels means more heat into the atmosphere. If you go, nah, fuck it, man, we got to be all coal, then that injects more CO2 into the atmosphere and pollution, whether you want to say what kind of pollution that is or not. And if anybody says we shouldn't have nuclear, you're fucking cutting off most of your electricity all across the
we're
United
definitely-
States.
It's true.
We're
It's
fucked.
true.
Yeah.
So
All I'm saying is I want to know what you believed in, and I think I got to the bottom of it.
I'm solar. I'm more solar.
You're renewable. Let's go back to it.
I'm
You're
renewable.
renewable.
Yeah.
Everyone
There's
should be
ways to make
renewable.
energy
Yeah.
without-
But we
Without
can't
what
just
we're
go, hey, fucking shut it all off tomorrow.
No. No one's saying
can't do that.
No one's saying that.
Yeah, but we need to spend the proper money
Some
and the
people
steps
are.
to get to that.
Okay.
To that stage.
What about hydro?
Yeah.
Using the ocean waves.
Yes.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
That's
Bam.
part of it. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
next one.
Some hydro.
This one, now that I wrote it down, I don't know if I want to fucking even ask this.
Come on, man.
Wall or no wall?
Me? You want me to start? Okay.
Fucking anyone. Wall or no wall?
Well,
So,
my answer is
Mine's
gonna be
quick.
short.
No wall.
No wall. Mine's no wall. Different methods.
Okay. That's my thing. Walls are made to hold people in
broken.
one way or the other. And if you look at the wall that they want to build, it's kind of like the Israel wall, where they have several different
Yeah, I saw that.
layers
I
on both sides.
I saw
Like-
that on World War Z, and that did
Yeah,
not hold
dude.
up. Those
No.
zombies fucking.
No,
stole
no,
that
no,
shit
no,
so
no, no.
easy.
It's bro. Hey, and I saw fucking Brad Pitt go through a plane crash, and he was fine.
They piled
However-
themselves like ants to climb the mountain.
No,
The
that was
mountainous
one level
wall.
of the wall. Have you ever seen the wall that they have in Israel? It's not that, dude. They have like a border of sand so they can see if anybody crawls against it. They have a pit with fucking razor wire in it. They have a wall. They have another wall and a pit.
I
And
have to ask
Okay,
this. I'm
sorry.
sorry. Does who
So, but-
who rakes the sand in front of the wall?
they get the fucking Palestinians to do it, man. They pay them.
How much do you think
I
that
don't
job
know.
pays?
I don't know. I was making a joke and
We're
that's
just,
not-
I'm just having fun. We're just having fun.
But so I'm not for a wall because walls can keep people in as well as keep people out. We do need to have a system of nature where
Yeah,
we don't have
especially
a
the
wall and stuff
animals,
like that.
man. Animals didn't fucking start
Right?
this shit.
Right?
They don't know about these bullshit invisible
However,
fucking walls. Lines.
Immigration needs to be enforced.
Yeah, mountain lions.
We could do it electronically.
Okay, got your answer.
Boom.
Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Steak. If I had my choice.
Yes, that's okay.
No,
All right.
These are like general personal questions.
I'm talking about fajitas.
All right, our
or-
turn. Our turn.
Okay,
Do you
good.
have any
You
more?
got any more?
Oh, the last one was drug laws or no drug laws.
No drug laws.
Zero drug laws.
Do you? I love this.
I went from chicken
I
to steak to drug laws. No drug
I take
laws.
that back. I take that back, but go ahead. And I'll explain myself.
This probably has nothing to do with drug laws, but why do people get what the fuck's it called when you're overdosing and they give you the shot?
Narcan.
Narcan's free, but someone that has diabetes has to pay for their. Is it insulin for diabetes?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, but they administer Narcan
For free.
Yeah, so you can.
when you're dying.
When you're dying because of your drug overdose, but if you're dying because of your.
but they do. The
you don't
same
have
thing
enough
with
insulin. No one's going to be like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
here's some insulin.
They
Oh, here's-
do. What are you
here's-
talking about? They
here's
take you to the
thousands
fucking
of dollars
You know how many
for
people
you to
die
stay
a
alive.
year? You know how many people die
How
a year
many-
because they ration their motherfucking
Yes.
their
But
insulin?
some
I've
dude dying
never
on the
heard of that.
ground because he took too many drugs.
I've never. How many people?
I'll fucking Google this shit.
That's
right
crazy,
How
now.
many
right?
people dying of a fucking attack from diabetes?
So you don't
goes
think
No,
let,
hold on,
let those
goes to the-
fuckers die and lower the
Yeah, but
insulin
if the
cost.
ambulance shows up or they go to the hospital, they're like, "Oh, can't do anything for them. Fucking, it's insulin. Can't afford that." That doesn't happen. Come on, man. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
This is
you,
where
you
my-
know where I'm coming from, right?
This is where my thing with the drug laws come down. Drug laws caused all of these drugs to be made into different drugs that are way more harmful. If we had basic like pot, cocaine, heroin, those are legal. Let's try
Nah,
that.
I ain't going that far.
No, hold on.
Hold on.
I ain't
Say that
going
again.
that
Say it again.
far.
Say it again.
He
say
wants
it
to make pot, cocaine,
Pot,
and heroin legal.
Cocaine.
Yes, I agree.
Technically, heroin
legal.
is legal. It's just in pill form.
Right.
That's my point.
Yeah, I
So-
fully agree with the whole legalization. But I don't think we should save people. I think you should just. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Well,
on
hold
the
on,
internet.
hold on. The reason that we have all these crazy drugs like fucking K2 and stuff like that, where these kids are smoking this legal thing and they're ripping their clothes off and fucking running through a car window and shit like that. The reason why we have that is because they made pot illegal. So they go, all right, the people who are going to sell pot are going to sell pot. The people who can mess with chemicals are going to go to a different level. And they go, all right, pot is illegal. Let's change the chemical makeup of pot into something else.
Spice.
And then they sell that,
Spice.
right? And then
Spice.
they make that illegal. And they go, okay, let's
They
change the chemical makeup
that's
again.
spice.
They did the same thing with
That's
pot.
spice.
They did the same thing with cocaine. They did the same thing with heroin. And now
No,
you
they
have all
literally-
these...
Cocaine.
They literally do it with spice.
I know, but
I use
now they have all these mutant fucking drugs
Correct.
that are legal, bath salts and all that
Do you
fucking
remember?
shit.
You don't remember those big news stories about kids doing spice at school
Yeah,
and
that's
going
what I'm
fucking
talking
crazy?
about.
Well, let me tell you, because I worked at Trails, right? You know Trails?
Trials.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm Robbie. How can I help you?
Yeah, and I got called out. They're like, "Are you stoned?" Anyways,
They asked you if you were stoned and you're working at...
no, like the customers would.
Oh, okay.
They're like, "Dude, are you?
It's
You're
like going
fucking
into
here.
a fucking
You're here."
dispensary. It's going into a
Yeah.
dispensary. It's like, excuse me, sir, are you high counting my money? Like, of course,
Anyways.
that guy's like, what was they doing?
But
Huh?
I started there when the whole spice thing first happened. So
Really?
like the first batch you can get was awesome, right? No side effects. It literally was like the real thing.
You tried it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Literally, your first day of Trails, they make you try everything in the store. I said no to a couple of things.
Don't they have dildos and shit?
You know what I mean? Like they're like, here, try.
They still in existence? Because I think I might get a part-time job.
No, they're like, here, try the sniffable tobacco, or try the whippets.
Oh, snuff. Yeah.
Or try
Okay.
the
They made you
whippets.
do whippets?
They anytime, because they had a rewards, not a rewards program, but if you brought
Fuck, man, I'm going to
if
get
you-
a part-time job. Fuck yeah.
if you brought back your cartons,
Do you have your
your
rewards card?
cartridges, right, for recycling,
Yeah.
the employees would go in the back and test all of them, and if there was one full, they would do them in the back.
Fuck yes.
So they would find them.
I mean,
Sometimes, and they're
this
like,
is
"You
a
want
stupid
this?"
place
I'm
to
like,
work.
No.
Which
I have
one
some
did you work
crazy.
at?
I have some crazy stories.
Can I use you as a reference?
Yeah, go ahead. Right there on yeah. Anyway.
They won't remember.
But yeah, I started when the snuff things first came out, and then it got banned, and then they changed the chemical, and we were able to sell it again. Then they banned that. They changed the chemical. We were able to sell that. It was like a continuing thing.
The only
of
reason
them
I even
changing
bring
the
it up is
chemicals,
to
and
take
now
away.
They went all crazy on it.
If you really want to bust down these cartels, then let's homegrown everything. You want to take these cartels out, fucking take their money away. Americans aren't going to stop doing drugs. Let's be very clear on that.
And
the amount of marijuana that you see come across that southern border actually comes across that northern border more than it comes across that southern border, but that's because we were high-class bitches now that like really good weed.
You could just go through the forest in the northern border.
Well, who's
Exactly.
gonna protect us from that?
Yeah, but no one keeps count of how many white
Border
people are
Patrol.
running into this country, but that's a whole other conversation.
No, hold on. Who's gonna, in your scenario, who's gonna protect us from other weed and chemicals?
No one.
Overrunning
It's
our-
going to be Darwin's Law all over again.
It's gonna be border patrol, north and south. That are gonna
I
keep.
want fucking people.
So you have your own weed industry.
Imagine-
I understand that. I love that. Who's gonna step on your profit? Somebody bringing in some
Yeah, they're gonna bring in some shit from Africa.
So you're gonna go
for way
I
less.
want the border
That was my
patrol
next
to
question.
fucking-
How do you deal with export and import of marijuana now? Anyways, that was that was Collin's end.
That's a whole nother
That was Collin's
podcast.
And
that's a whole nother podcast.
fire
I want to be on that
questions.
one, by the way.
Now it's our turn.
Okay. Go.
Here at the Be Advised podcast, we turn the tables.
Turn them. Wicker.
I'll start with.
No, we're not turning the tables. We're just
No, it's our turn to fire
Giving
questions. Him.
an argument.
No, it's not even that.
It's a good argument.
It's our turn to fire the questions at Collin.
Fire away.
Oh.
But way cooler questions.
Yeah, mine. I was just doing.
How many genders are there?
Yeah. First
How many
question.
genders are
How
there?
many genders are there?
However many you want. It's America, right? It's free, right?
All right, so you expect to.
If you want to be a
serious?
fucking
Hold on.
hermaphrodite, you can be a
on.
fucking hermaphrodite.
But then you want everyone else in the country to know exactly what you want to be
Yeah.
and make up some lingo.
Go ahead. Fuck. I don't care. But don't be offended when I'm like,
All right,
excuse
there's
me,
the
sir.
counterpoint, though. There's the counterpoint because they are going to be offended.
Well, then they're going to be offended. Fucking sucks to be them. But if you want to be whoever you want to be, then by all means,
No, I
fucking
mean
do that.
biologically, how many genders are there?
Oh, like
Use science.
Science?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right-
two.
right
but
at the gate. Done.
but
All right.
but
Enough
I
said.
believe
Enough said.
psychologically, if you're born a man but you believe that you are a female, by all means, boo boo.
All right, what about
Be a
these?
female.
What about these parents that are making their 2 or 3 year olds change genders?
Or a 10-year-old or a...
See, that's
So your 8-year-old daughter comes up to you and says, I want to be a boy. I want to start. All right, so here's an example. Alyssa worked with someone and their daughter wanted to become a boy and was like 8 years old, ready, full blown, ready to start taking all the pills, everything, like surgery, everything.
Uh-huh.
A year later, she doesn't want any of it. Now she's a girl.
Okay, yeah. Well,
But there's
that's
parents that do it at like 3 years old. Oh,
Yeah.
I see them that they're playing with Barbies instead
We
of
had to put
trucks.
them on.
You know what I'm
here's the thing. Okay, you as a parent, and I'm not a parent, so I can't speak to this wholeheartedly. But when I do have kids, God help us all, A, and then B, like I will facilitate whatever they want to do, period, with parameters as an educated adult. Like if your boy comes up and says, I want to be a girl at, let's say, through the ages of infancy to 15, I will let you wear dresses. I will let you do anything you want to do. You can be any way you want to be. But if you want to start taking pharmaceuticals at this age, it is unhealthy for you, physically and psychologically.
So that's a hard no for Collin, everybody.
However, I would let them be who
and I'm
they
on the
want to be.
same. I'm on the same.
I'm just saying.
brain length there. You can't.
When you
you
drink
can't
bra-
determine that young.
Yeah, well, you can. Some people.
Trust me. There's cases, yeah.
But at the same time, as a parent, when it becomes to drugs and augmentation of your true biological gender compared to your, it's so hard to say, but your mental gender and who you believe you are, just two separate things. People.
I don't know. I believe your consciousness could be placed in someone else's body. I believe that.
Religion says otherwise, but yeah.
Well, I'm not religious.
And that's
so.
and that's where a lot
Boom.
of
Next question: are you religious? What happens after you die?
Oh, wow. I believe in a higher being. I do not believe in organized religion. I believe that all religions point to the same exact direction, and they are very misguided. The most judgmental people on this fucking planet happen to be a part of most religions, and that's weird to say, but the book that they fucking read says, what does it say? Like, judge unto you as you do others, or something of that nature. Yet they're the most judgmental. If you fucking smoke weed, you fucking Satanist lover. If you're gay, you're going to hell. Like, okay, no. No.
Yeah. You know what gets me is when I go to church with my wife and they're all really about spreading the word of Christ and making sure that if you hear any, or, you need to be that person to make Ron believe that this religion
all about
is
preaching
right.
the
It's
word.
all about bringing other people into your church.
Yeah, preaching the word.
It's really cultish.
No, it is extremely cultish. Yeah. No.
Like,
I respect my Nana. She went to the same church and grew up in the same town of Ajo, Arizona. Tiny fucking town. She sang in the choir for 30 years. She went to the same church every Wednesday and Sunday for 30 years. And before that, when she was a kid, and she believes in Roman Catholic beliefs. I was raised in that manner. I'm a confirmed Roman Catholic. Do I disagree with a lot? Do I hear it? Yeah, better believe it. And I believe in a lot that it does. The good book does say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you should push it on each other. But I feel if you, as a broad stroke, look at every religion, combine Old Testament, New Testament, Hinduism, Buddhism, like all of them, doesn't matter. Every religion is almost exactly the same. Different gods, different minute changes on how you treat men and women and their stature and da.
Yeah.
But it all points in the same. Be a good human being.
That's
care
what I
for
believe.
others.
I believe religion and like the book and all the books. It's just teaching you how to be a good human being.
My father only went to church when I was going through some kind of communion or something like that. But you could ask him about the Bible, and that guy knew more about the Bible than 90% of the people that went to fucking church, and that's reality, right? He understood it. I don't know if he was raised that way. I never got to ask him that question, but he was very, very aware of everything that was written in the Bible. However, he didn't go to church, and I never got to ask him why, but I believe he felt the same way. I don't believe in organized religion. It's bullshit.
Right. And the first question I think we asked you before you even know that this was happening. Aliens, do they exist?
Absolutely. There's no fucking way mathematically that we're the only beings in this fucking vast universe. Not just stars, but
you believe in a higher power, right? They created aliens too, right? It's not the higher power created us in the image of himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I also believe in evolution. I just believe that evolution could have happened on another planet. I believe in vibration. If you ever listened to Joe Rogan talk about DMT, I've never taken DMT, never will take DMT.
Oh, you want to? For my 30th birthday?
Man, don't fucking tempt me. Anyways.
No, come on. Let's do it. I'm
I
scared,
do.
but
I'm
so
petrified.
I'm so,
Everyone that talks about it,
I'm
everyone
so
that has stuck in
interested.
DMT, it releases a chemical in your brain that
I am
that
petrified
makes you-
as
that-
well, but I'm
that puts
so
you on this-
interested.
Like they feel like it puts you in, and this sounds so fucking crazy.
It's another dimension.
Have you
Exactly.
tried it? Have you tried it?
I've never tried it.
Can we do
But
it
here's
for my 30th?
but here's the thing. I can't even take shrooms anymore. My mind is so fucking loose and
Yeah, are we about
You're
to make a
sounding
pact
like
right
Alex
now?
Jones right now.
Are we about to make a pact right now?
yeah, no, I do. That and actually, I gained a lot of respect for that fucking crazy lunatic when I watched that podcast. I really did because
It was so
the more
good.
he talked, I was like, God damn, like He had never talked about. Yeah. I mean, some of this shit, he's fucking a lunatic, but at the same time, there was a lot of truth to what he says. And if people that just shut people out, I hate that shit. Like, listen, I don't give a fuck if someone sounds crazy. Just listen to them for a little bit. They might drop some knowledge on you that you've never heard before. And that's exactly what I did. And I fucking hate that dude. But at the same time, I'm like, whoa.
Yo, let's.
Hate's
do
a wrong.
Hey,
yeah.
Can we do it and then do a podcast right after and explain what we did?
Do it on it.
Dude.
The fucking screen ate my soul. Like,
No, hold on.
I guarantee we'll hit 1,000.
You almost had me talked into it, and then I was watching a Vice documentary, and this guy
that drank it.
He drank it.
Yeah, that's way different, Ron. That's way different.
He was another guy. The reporter was over here, and this guy was on a riverbed, and he drank it, and 2 seconds later, he was like,
I saw what you're talking about.
Rolling around in the fucking water, and they had to like,
yeah.
they had to like restrain him. I was like,
no, that's way different.
I don't think I want to do it.
No, that's way different. When you when you do ayahuasca, that's way different than just
ayahuasca. What's ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca.
Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is like I can never I know for a fact my mind's too weak for that stuff.
Come on.
Yeah.
Bro, Mike Tyson did it.
I know.
Enough said.
Yeah, but Mike Tyson's a motherfucker.
You hear what he says? He's like, I was on the roller coaster, and then I was like, all right, I'm time to get off. And then my homie was like,
right
nah,
before
man,
he put the tattoo on his face?
You're on the ride, man.
Dude, but listen, Mike Tyson's a fucking superhero, so he's like a real life superhero.
I think it was like a month before he went and told that story.
Crazy ass superhero, but that guy's a fucking superhero. All I'm saying is,
come on, right here, pinky pack.
Nope.
Pinky
Not doing it. I can't do it.
Come on, Ron. I know you want to, Ron.
I kind of want to try shrooms again. If I try shrooms and I have a good trip, then I do it. But
I guess we're not doing that.
I guess it's just gonna be fucking you tripping balls in your vacuum.
I'll be there if you want.
I'll tell you about the friggin' mechanical elves, bro.
I'm just saying.
Clockwork elves.
Don't get me started on them.
Jesus. What were we talking about? But I was talking about.
All right, that was the alien question.
Oh yeah.
Aliens.
Any questions, Ron? Well, I think of the next one.
I think we're
at that point.
What's your? Well, I only asked you like 2 questions.
All right, think of a good one then.
Flat Earth.
No, absolutely not.
No flat Earth.
Absolutely not. No.
Do you know any of the?
Yep. Actually hung out. Remember, we actually had this conversation because I met this really intelligent guy at the bar, and then we got in the debate of it, and they believe like the sun and the moon are the same exact size, and why does an eclipse happen and the moon absolutely like is like perfect.
Yeah, everything's perfect. Blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah. I get it. I mean, mathematically fucking hard as fuck, but
the mathematics kind of like lean towards it.
Yeah, but also living beings on a fucking planet on a rock floating in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Hold on,
fuck mathematics.
That depends what you think, because
everything's a miracle and we're all fucked.
This goes back to my because a lot of people that I'm not a flat earther or whatever. I just love fucking alternate theories because obviously none of us have been to fucking space and seen it, and we all have to take fucking NASA's garbage about what it is, and it's all computer animated Photoshop bullshit. But yeah, I mean the mathematics are there, and I fucking lost my train of thought. I had a good point there.
Well, all the mathematics behind the moon, it all being perfectly the right
for us to be here and the
that
moon
would mean a creator. That would mean a creator.
Not necessarily, but if you think about it.
But you said you.
Oh yeah, the religion. All right, so if you're
religious,
believe in a fucking higher being.
I also believe in science.
If you're, sorry, I just got. If you're religious,
I'm not religious.
No, I know, but a lot of religious people are like, no. The Bible talks about a firmament, which is a dome that separates us from the heavens, like a physical dome. And it's really crazy when you see those rocket launches. They're all like, oh, flat earth debunked or whatever. And then they go up so high and then they just stop. Right? Oh, well, maybe that's the vacuum or whatever. Which we can have a whole nother discussion.
Or gravity. giant rock.
Yeah, we could talk about that too. But yeah, and there's actually military missions that tried to blow up. Like they sent nukes into the sky to try to blow up
The firmament.
The firmament, yeah.
The military tries to blow up everything.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, literally what they do.
All right. Let's go to this. We've
Not
been
the
go-
troops,
We've been
the
going for a
military.
little bit here. Let's hit this.
Wrap. Today's wrap up.
Yeah.
I hope you're
Wow,
recording.
we're there, huh? Like, that's a curved Earth. I just want to point that out.
Well,
It's a
that's
fucking curved
Oh, that was
Earth.
another thing I was saying. And
That was a graphic.
all of their videos that shoot up are all fisheye lenses, and literally every video I see on Facebook that says, "Oh, this is proof of the round Earth," you can see the GoPro like
bending.
even out and then concurve. Oh, then that proves the concurve Earth theory, right? But anyways,
No, I agree. I mean,
all right, we got about
did I show you
5-10
the-
minutes here to wrap up this.
well, how long did we go for? Can I ask
We
that?
right now we're at 2 hours 10 minutes.
Wow,
I
that's
showed
a
you
good
this,
one.
right?
Yeah, you sent me that one.
Let's
So
see.
this is. I'm not a flat earther, but this is the moon in the clouds. The clouds are behind it and in front of it.
You gotta show the cameras. I hope it picks it up.
I don't see it behind it.
You got
It was
yeah.
a
It's
re-
a
it
different
was a
pic.
really rough
It's a different picture that you can see.
I honestly believe that's your eyes playing tricks. Show it to the camera.
It might.
My
Let me-
mind's playing
Here,
tricks
hold
on
it
me.
up. Hold it up to the camera.
Hold it up.
That's gonna
Let's see if you can
fucking-
even see it here. Kinda.
Sort of.
Screenshot that
But-
shit and send it to Robbie.
No, he sent that all. That's right when he took
Look,
the
there's
pictures.
snow. That proves it.
What?
Guys, we're on today's wrap up here.
Oh yeah,
and,
wrapping up. We could go for fucking
Um,
days. Give us beer. Fuck.
Barbecue.
We
No,
start-
Pollo Loco catered right here.
We'll put a fucking giant sign
Hey,
right there.
I
that
will
says-
literally put Pollo Loco as our backdrop
All you have
to
to do
get
is
rid of this exercise and shit.
and
Yeah.
and Barrio IPAs.
Yes, actually more so the beer.
Yeah. We'll start a whole wall of them.
we just have to get
Colin, make that happen.
Yes.
You
150
manage
viewers.
things. Make that happen. All right. Damn, we covered a fucking. I don't
That's a
even know.
lot to
Honestly,
wrap,
I don't
dude.
even know what to call this episode right now.
Colin's clusterfuck.
Yeah,
All in one.
I don't know if you could say that on YouTube.
No, you
but
can't.
Ah, come on.
I'll say cluster duck.
We said we
don't
said
know.
fuck before. What are you talking
all in, not on the fucking.
No, but not in the title.
Yeah.
about? Oh.
I can't name it that.
The All in One podcast. Fucking Baskin Robin podcast.
Colin's
Rebut.
rebut. All right, I'll do that. Colin's rebut and everything else. That's what I'll call it.
Because we covered what? We covered
Immigration, aliens, robots,
AI.
AI.
that's kind of the same thing.
I know there's way more than that. Fucking
Religion,
religion,
politics,
marijuana.
big business.
You wanted Ron wanted heroin legalized.
It already is, but yeah. Guys,
I just want to point out, a lot of people don't know this, but real quick,
I'm not a heroin user.
in the 18 yeah, I'm not a heroin user.
I know, but
No.
people don't know this. But
No, in the 1800s, like morphine was a huge fucking problem, and everybody can look this up. In like the early 1900s, the Bayer Aspirin Company invented heroin.
yes, they did. I just saw that on Joe Rogan today.
And today,
Today he was interviewing
They
some lady
invented
man,
that
you just been
heroin.
woke. You just got
he was
woke.
interviewing some lady that's
to
like,
get people off morphine,
yes, that is correct.
and that had been around
Bayer invented heroin.
for fucking 100 years.
People that you take
Well, my thing is
when you have a
that-
hangover. When you're in need, Bayer indeed.
It thins your blood out. I don't like that.
But yes, that is correct.
3 drugs legal for 7 years, everything else illegal.
Cocaine was legal
See
too.
how? So no.
Well, they had no way of numbing you when they chopped
Sorry.
off your fucking limb because you just broke your
Right.
ankle.
They fucking
Listen to the
Okay.
the Joe the the podcast today from Joe Rogan. He has.
I didn't
this
even
lady.
hear that. I know that.
I was watching it live today. That's why.
Artie Lang. I learned
Tough
that
job you got there.
fact from Artie Lang, a comedian.
Someone's peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, I am. I don't
But,
know today. It sucked.
But we all have our own problems.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me again, guys.
Oh yeah.
It's always fucking pleasure. I don't
It's
get to
good
see you
having
guys
you.
as much.
We went deep, too
We
deep.
went-
Put
yep.
that ass to sleep.
Went
fine.
fucking past the balls.
Boom, there it is. 2:15. You mashed our last podcast. So with no prepared material.
No, I literally was texting these guys at work going, fuck, man, I'm going to be late. And, like, rushed here. And then we sat down. We're like, what are we going to talk about? And we're like, fucking free-for-all. We were going to talk about blackout stories, but that seems like it should be roped into an alcohol podcast.
Yeah,
Next time.
they'll go another hour right there.
That's like 2 hours. You kidding me?
Just like, I don't know. And then they told me, and then I don't know.
Oh, you know what we should do, though, when we do that one? We have to get drunk.
Okay.
Twist your arm.
I was preparing for that this time.
Ave. All right. Well, from the Be Advised podcast, my name is Robbie. This is Ron. Our special guest, Collin. Be advised. Do a pose so I can do the thumbnail. Pose. Bam.